Okay, so that gets us down to session number 62. Though if you look at last so who was that on the other end?
That was interesting.
So that was an interesting interlude there.
Oh, so it's not just us that randomly heard that.
No, I think someone had put their phone right next to the microphone and it went off.
Right.
So,
But no one's admitting.
I think they had to mute to get the phone.
It wasn't me.
Okay, so, getting back to it, we're back to session number 62 with an interesting starting interlude of dance music. And we also had last session where I think I got all the numbers wrong on the intro, so one of those things happens. Okay, so tonight online we have starting with Emerus.
Unmute. It's unmuted. Hi, I'm Emerus, playing Dimly, the incredibly original dwarf, and I've been reconsidering my stance on goblins lately. And apart from that, really proud of my new healing techniques, I guess, and perhaps happy to show the goblin quietly while Amy's not looking.
At least you're not using the amputation method of your other character.
Hey, look where that got me!
It did. It got you speaking to your god directly and being chastised. I'm sure it couldn't be worse here.
No, of course not.
Okay, so and honestly, Dibley is quite original. It is quite fun watching him run around and get up to all the different escapades.
Yay!
He's like a wrestler healer.
He will rescue you into healing.
It's called deep tissue massage. Look it up.
Except for where he's pulling hair.
Implant.
And next up we have Grace.
I am playing Iomi. She is adopted daughter of Koya and sister to Bug, Nashru and Sandru. She's not sure how she feels about the current development because things start looking like they're going to get out at the moment. So, yeah. And she is somewhat a reincarnation of the dead goddess from Atlantic culture. And that goddess is the goddess of defensive war and protection and ancestry, amongst other things. So she doesn't take kindly to betrayal of allies and things like that. So we'll see how this goes.
We shall see. And it will be interesting to see how the reincarnated goddess chooses her actions. Up next online we have is Jeremy.
Yes, good evening. Playing Nashru Visky, the aforementioned brother of multiple members of the PCs or NPCs in the party. But obviously the youngest and most valuable member of the family.
Up next we have is Richard, who's probably on the call at the moment. So, we'll come back to Richard. Next up we have Ross.
Yes, I am playing the semi-naked goblin monk, Xanis, who is no longer wearing a kobold costume or pretending to be a halfling, it's all now ruined at the moment, and is currently being sort of possessed by a dark entity. And is quite annoyed about it. And we've only got 3 hours to vacate this
2 hours, 40 minutes. No, I've got a countdown.
Okay, so If Richard's not back yet, we will move over to Mark.
I play Horori Hanso, the human Ronin samurai, also known as the Broken One, also known as the Goblin Killer.
Or the pincushion.
No, the Goblin Killer tonight. So I hunt Onis down, whether in all sorts of forms, whether it be human, elf, or goblin. So the next words out of a certain goblin's mouth will determine his fate. I'm happy now. That might be.
You've leveled your threat, you're happy.
I've got my threat, yeah.
You can now move on and go home. Okay, and the last one we have today in person is Annie. You made it just in time for the introduction.
So I'm playing Splat. She's a changeling witch. She still doesn't have a familiar. He's stuck outside, so she's got very few spells left. And she's concerned about Martin's Facebook post.
Yeah, I saw that. Nothing on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, it's going to be the end for someone. Okay, and last session we had it that you had finally made it down to the final level of the dungeon. And once you got to the final level of the dungeon, even though there were a few waterfalls and slides to go down, one of you got an offer for becoming the power of the dungeon and refused it. So they gave it to him anyway. And that's where we ended the session.
Oh no, with a sword to the throat.
We get to see the goblin go, this isn't even my final form!
Very much so. We will have that happen soon.
What?
Do you mind if I grab a cup of water?
No, that's fine. And there's cold water in the
I
fridge
have
if
a
you want it.
question. Does Ross have lots of outfits? Like, does he have lots of disguises?
Yeah, but they're all currently drenched, dirty, ruined, and all that crap. I just
So
have
maybe
to.
you're not an Oni, maybe you're just wearing an Oni costume. We just need to pull it off and check. Perhaps with our swords.
Give me 15 minutes and I can do that, but I'm not going to dress up as a noni.
Okay, so last time we had Horori, I believe, turn around and point his sword at...
Sword under the throat. So.
Well, I don't know if you've gotten that close.
Okay.
I believe you just pointed your sword at the goblin, Xanis, and said, "What have you done?"
Yeah.
Was where we ended the last session. So what you actually do after that point is going to be up to you guys. If you want to play it out as actual actions, you will have to go into initiative.
I think role-playing is good.
I've been role playing. I asked the question. He hasn't replied yet, so I'll let you know.
Okay, so the question was left out. What have you done?
Anything I denied.
Can I just get us all on the right same page for a second?
Yep.
We're all agreeing that we're just going to like role play this out, and as soon as someone says I attack, we're going initiative, yeah?
Or until they declare anything that requires a order of play.
Okay.
So attack isn't the only thing that does order of play.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, so as Xanis calls out what he did, he grows about a foot.
Did he actually tell us what happened?
I refused the power, then I've been cursed with it. This is probably how the Oni escaped. They found that an unwilling victim, and they gave them their power.
What does the power do?
I have no idea, and I don't want to know what it does.
Rory,
Other than I'm starting to grow.
What does power do?
Well, I never researched this on you, so I'll be honest about it. But and I can't talk to my sword about it right now either. So that ruins that. And the helm would give me a 2-hour conversation. So all I can sense is that in his body now is an evil fiend, Oni, and it wasn't there before. So. And
while you're having that conversation, you notice that the Xanis has grown another foot in height.
Nashru is going to go and catch the other goblin, whoever it was, that walked out initially. And talk to him in goblin.
There was no other goblin.
Or anyone.
Who gave him the power?
They
Boy.
managed to kill everyone in this room before they escaped.
No, David. someone was talking to Xanos in Goblin.
They were.
Yeah,
Was it
it
in
was
his
just a voice. It was a disembodied voice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
I'm going to quickly make a larger...
Nashie will then take a look around and see if he can
Loincloth?
find the source of the voice.
Because I don't think this is the pants that I've got are like the Hulk stretching pants.
Well,
I do the
you may have
whole,
grown in height, you haven't grown in width, so they look really much like the shortcut boy shorts on you now.
Can I do that greased up dwarf thing and just give him a very incidental hug from behind, firmly?
So you'd like to initiate initiative then, I'm hearing.
Oh no, I just wanted to... No, okay. I would just like to be near him if possible.
You're just watching.
Yeah.
Okay, you sidle up next to him. As
Yep.
you notice, he's now 3 feet taller than he was before.
Harari.
So I've now doubled my height.
Yeah.
I'm going to action now.
You're going into an action, yeah?
I'm going to use one of my Broken One prophecy.
Yep.
things. It's called Holy Light.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-action thing.
Yep.
And your relic, you the relic, shines a holy light. This bright light is 30 feet in relation from me.
Yep.
Evil creatures in the area frighten 1, and cannot learn the value of frighten 1 as long as they remain in the light. Fiends in the area increase any weakness to good damage by 5. You can sustain this activation for 1 minute. I want to see what happens when I do that to him.
Mr. Goblin is going to affect him either way.
But he's the evil.
It's light.
I know, but it's more the evil, like the. I'm going to want to sense if I can feel the sense of the
How evil.
power. Do I feel that?
And let's face it, he might be feeling a bit frightened at the moment just because what's happened.
I'm just going to kneel.
Apparently he's kneeling before you as you grow brightly with this light emanating from you out of every part of your skin.
Every orifice.
Which still means he's looking down on you.
Harari's... Well, how tall is Harari? I thought he was 6'4".
6
Yeah,
2 or
right.
3.
But considering you've gone 3 foot, getting close.
Yeah, you're almost on par with him. And just think, as a goblin, your head doesn't actually have to grow in any way for it to look proportional when you're at 6 feet.
While I'm doing this, does my sword like feel any different when I get near him at all? Like I feel like it's no.
You don't think the sword will react until Yoni in the dungeon is killed?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, sorry. Can I try to knock him out while he's bent down in front of me?
You wish to try to knock him out?
With the flat blade sword.
Everything sounds so,
So
bad.
not dead. No. So not dead, like I'm not slashing like.
Okay, so give me an attack roll. Not using the sword, because you're not using the sword attack, because it doesn't do bludgeoning damage.
Doesn't have a non-lethal damage.
No.
You like the hilt.
Not against Tony.
It's a 19 on the dice.
It's basically, even if you were to do a pommel strike with it, it would always be lethal damage against Oni using that sword.
Is Thanos doing anything aggressive?
Not while Harori's trying to knock him out.
Oh, we initiative now.
I asked if he is Xanos going to resist being hit in the head by the big samurai.
No.
But at least you're bouncy.
So have you trained
Oh, bloody hell.
Train him up?
Is this going to be like T-ball? I'm going to be bouncing around all over the place depending on what he
A
rolls.
samurai sword or just unarmed?
You're just so you just trained.
So train 11 plus 2 is 13 plus 9 is 32.
So 32 to hit.
Yeah.
What is Xanos' armor class?
Well, normally it's 30.
So you just hit.
Just hit.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm not in resistance, so is that going to increase it?
There is. You could potentially lower it by your dexterity modifier, but that's technically it. But he does hit you.
Yeah.
Unarmed damage.
I'm human, so...
Oh.
I don't have to often use unarmed damage.
Yeah, I don't believe we've actually pulled it out for your character yet.
No.
So, looking at the equipment for unarmed damage.
It's about
Okay, so if I lower it down to 25.
1d4.
Max damage of 7.
Okay, so he hits you for a whole 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Does that knock you out?
Well, I lowered it down to 25. So what did he roll to hit?
32.
30, oh yeah, 33.
Wasn't a critical.
33.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, it wouldn't have made any difference.
You are still exceedingly good at not being hurt.
But is he still growing is the thing.
Well, you don't know yet because
Okay.
it's been happening slowly.
That's good.
Fast enough that you notice, but...
That's fair. So I've just done the light and I try to knock him out just to see if it might just slow it down.
Okay, so you do notice that it doesn't seem to affect him that much.
Shit. I know straight away that. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't affect you either.
Wait, the light doesn't, or getting hit in the head did it?
Well, he punched him without you... He just basically used his fist,
Yeah,
which is one of his least lethal options.
yeah.
And I was like, and I'll just tell everyone, if that happens, I'll just say, prepare for something, guys. I'm not sure what yet.
Thanks,
Well,
Mark.
what other entrance is in this room anyway?
Currently in the room you have is you're in about 3 feet of water with stalagmites and stalactites and a what appears to be a drain at the other end of it.
Okay, so Nasher was doing the search of the room to actually, looking for the source of the voice, but basically, seeing what else was around. So, did he find anyone or anything else around?
He does not. Well, while he's looking, he does hear the voice that had spoken in Goblinoid chuckle.
Is the drain in the floor or the wall?
It's in the floor.
Maybe it's like one of those
And it's
dinosaurs.
no grate
that
or
run in
anything,
water.
it's just like the other one?
It's just like the other one, where you have to pretty much jump down and slide.
Can I get any indication as to where the voice is coming from?
It seems to come from the room itself. Doesn't seem to have any particular spot.
Okay, so can anyone see invisible?
And there is no echo, unlike noises you make which echo.
Hey
Yeah.
guys,
Yep.
can I suggest that we go down that hole before Xanos gets any bigger? What's it?
How big is that drainage?
It is big enough that it's about 8 feet wide. It's bigger than the other one.
Complete now.
Iomi's gonna pull Xanos towards the drain.
Does Xanos wish to be pulled towards the drain?
Pulled. What?
I'm gonna
Flushing
grab
it down
your
the
arm
toilet.
and pull you towards the drain.
Okay. So is the drain got a grate on it, or it's just a hole?
It's just a hole where water's draining down.
Can the dwarf test the hole by jumping in it?
He can.
Okay, so the dwarf goes first.
Because that worked so well last time for the dwarf.
It always does.
Yeah, but have you recasted light on your bloody shield?
Okay. Never
It's
It's still there.
the assumption
It's
from
still
my
We got like
Okay.
3 sets.
I haven't barred one yet. So I wanna go.
Okay, so as you drag Xanos towards the hole, you see dimly jump down the hole.
Yep. How is Xanos even bigger again? Or has he stopped growing?
Xanos is currently about 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and push him down the hole.
I'm going to make a quick speedy jump in the hole before he does that.
Okay, so you see Avery dash past before you realise, how did Avery get here? As he went down the hole.
Okay, I'll follow him after Avery.
And I'm gonna call to Nastru and say we need to get out of here, and I'm gonna follow Xanos.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go down the drain too. Leg it.
Okay.
Is it just me upstairs now?
Yep.
Well, as far as you can see, Nashua hasn't actually gone down yet, but
I cast See Invisible from Shushan. Last 10 minutes.
Yep.
You just know, okay?
And then you jump down?
Yes, it's a 2-action thing, and then I'll drop down.
Okay, so you see Harori pause for a moment, then jump down.
My eyes turn purple, maybe?
I will take another last look around the room to see if there's any reaction or thing from apparently everyone having left.
Well, the holy light now left, so it's a lot easier to look around the room.
Yeah. And basically, yeah, give it a round or two to look around, and then I'll go down the hole.
Okay, so now we're going to Dimly. Dimly, you start twisting and turning and spinning so fast you have no idea which way's up.
Yeah.
Notice, both of the fact that I gave time for people to leave the bottom of the hole before people fall on top of them.
And next thing you know, you're suspended mid-air. Do you have a light source?
I have
He
a
is
shield.
the light source.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see you're about to land in a pile of chains. What is your action you wish to take? So below you just see chains stretched all beneath you.
I'd like to twist and land on my shield, maybe?
What do you mean by a pile of chains? Because you said a pile of chains, which suggests they're just all like on the floor, but then you said they're stretched.
So
Hanging if you're there.
So think that you can see probably down about 30 or 40 feet, and there's just all these chains crisscrossing beneath you, looking like a pile of chain.
But they're taut, you mean so it's like a web?
Strung across.
Very much like a web,
Yeah.
but not connected like a web.
Yeah, okay. But also, it's filling the space, it's not just two-dimensional web, is that what you mean? Like
That
it's
is
not a
correct.
net, okay, yeah. So it's a three-dimensional web filling the space.
So, Dimly, you want to use your shield?
Well, no. So it's not a pile of chains. It's like a web. Yeah. Can I try and grab on one?
Sure. Give me a reflex saving throw, because that's the grab and edge roll, I believe. Or is that acrobatics? Let me bring that up because I have that as the reaction. Grab and edge, page 472. Good thing I stuck that there. That was a great idea, Mark.
31.
Okay, making sure I get it right. Grab an edge. And it was a reflex save. Okay, you've got a 31. Okay, what armor are you wearing?
What's it called? Like hide armor or something? Give me a second. I'm 99% sure it's hide armor.
And left or right hand?
Left.
Well, I was going to say, is your shield something that you're holding in a hand?
No, it's on my back at the moment.
And is your left your primary hand?
Yes.
Okay, so you reach and grab the chain and you feel something bite and you keep going.
Did I just lose my hand?
No, you still got half your hand.
Right, fair enough.
You've got your whole hand, you haven't got your fingers.
Just the
Yep.
pink.
So,
Let's
so
go.
it's still falling then.
You're still falling.
Thank you. I keep falling, I guess. Not much else I can do.
So wait, did something
Well-
bite his hand, or did he like snag it on the chain?
Imagine someone has like razor wire
Okay.
that is solid and he's grabbed it with his entire weight,
Yeah.
which is why I asked what sort of armor he was wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my
You
dad,
might have had some gauntlets on.
my dad was a carpenter that fell off the house and because he caught in those metal things. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, so yes, you find yourself tumbling, and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
His dreams were much friendlier.
37?
37. Okay, you glance off a couple more as you go down, feeling it hurt. quite a bit.
Yep.
I'm just having feather flight.
As you take 16 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
As you then hit the ground.
31. So yes, okay. So 16 slashing, which means I still have 15.
15, and you see your fingers land beside you.
I grab them and keep them aside just in case. Okay.
Okay, so the next person who jumped down was Avery. So Avery, you find yourself spinning and turning so fast you have no idea what's happening, and then you're suspended above a glowing field of chains. A dwarf down below, and you start falling towards him. What do you do? Might help if you take yourself off mute.
Maybe he fell asleep one night.
Yeah, Richard, you're on mute at the moment.
He heard what happened to me and he went to get a drink.
Okay, so apparently Xanus is out next.
Okay, can I avoid the chains?
What chains?
Okay, so what do I see now?
So your character, avoid something he hasn't seen yet.
Oh, I thought you guys. Yeah.
Okay, so you go come into the room and find yourself moving across the ceiling.
What? How am I moving across the ceiling?
It's good to be the king.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it like I'm tumbling across the ceiling?
You're just sliding across it as if it's the ground. Because you look up, you see Avery tumbling up as far as you can tell.
Like one of those possessed people like scramble across the ceiling. Scary.
Okay.
But you have managed to avoid the chains.
Where does he slide to?
He's sliding along the roof towards a open area away from the chains.
Okay.
And you can see some doors off in the distance. And you know that as you slide, time is starting to speed up.
Okay, so what? So they're slowing down, but I'm speeding up.
No, technically the outside world is, the sun is moving. You can feel the sun moving right now.
Okay, so I can get to this door. There's entryway.
You're sliding towards that door, and that is your entire round.
Okay.
And then we have Iomi. You find yourself dropping out over a pile of all these chains strung out across the room below, with Dimly on the floor next to.
Have I come out, like, because I was immediately behind Xanos, have I come out close enough to grab onto him as I come out?
Well, basically you were spinning while you were coming down, so you didn't actually have a chance to grab him.
Okay.
But if you want to try to,
I suppose I'll just try and curl up and make myself as small as possible.
okay. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
That is a 20.
It is a 20.
Yep.
Okay, so you managed to strike a couple of chains quite heavily on your way down.
Yep.
And you feel the bite of the chains.
Yep.
What armor is she wearing?
Well, she's not trying to grab it. And I don't believe she's wearing much in the way of armor.
I'm not wearing any armor.
The goddess doesn't
I
need
have
armor.
armor.
Is that what Jeremy would say? Goddess doesn't need armor?
Okay, so she takes 29 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And you land on the ground next to Dimly. Okay, I believe next coming out was Bog.
Yeah.
So Bog, you come...
Hang on, sorry. Richard's just put...
So message saying you'll be about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, won't be back for about 20 minutes.
Yep.
So maybe just assume that he's just fallen and missed the chains, just for simplicity's sake.
You
And
got
he's
lucky.
knocked unconscious at the moment.
Oh yeah, I've just got to go to the toilet, guys.
Yeah, because Avery's pretty small, so just assume that
Yeah,
he
true.
just chains and just hit the ground.
Yep.
Telekinetic maneuver
Yep.
says I can use it on a foe.
Yep. Can you
Would I
use it
consider
as...
chains a foe?
No. It's not a target,
Because I can use it to disarm them.
but it's not a person.
Okay. I'll just make.
Do you hate yourself?
Do I hate myself? Yeah. I'll telekinetically
Like
shove
that,
myself
telekinetically-
away.
telekinetically move
You
yourself
potentially do
as you
that.
fall.
Would you like to telekinetically shove yourself?
Can I? Well, as opposed to shove, it says maneuver, so it can be like
Yeah, basically you can
shove
try
or
and
trip
throw
or
yourself around to avoid the chains.
yeah.
Would you like to do that?
Fuck it, yeah. I'll try to telekinetically maneuver myself because I'm feeling depressed today.
So what happens on a critical failure? Because you can choose to critically fail your own spell.
I don't know. I've only got half the
Does
archives
it do
of
damage?
Wolfie's thing.
What does it
Says
move
you
you?
can like
Excuse me.
disarm, shove, or trip. It doesn't really say whether I can like direct.
Okay, so we'll have you shove yourself over the chains and off to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go flying and land on your back, missing the chains completely, casting your spell. How many actions does it take to cast a spell? Okay, so I will give you a reflex save to see if you manage to avoid the chains during the casting.
15 plus 14.
31. Okay, you clip 2 chains as you go flying. Dealing a whole 4 points of slashing damage to you.
No. I lost tonight.
Hey, at least you didn't try to grab onto the chains. Okay, and that brings us to Rory coming down a moment later.
Okay, let's see visibility.
But you got see invisibility, yep.
Yep. Is it looking different when I come down? Or?
Jesus. Sorry.
So basically, you basically see the same everything else has. Chains spread across the room, everyone down on the floor. No goblin.
I've got a two action thing I can use.
Yep.
Airwalk.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
This is as part of your fight. This is as part of your move.
Okay, so I can't use the two action. I only use one action. Well,
You don't even have one action. You've got a reaction. What do you want to do for your reaction?
one action, huh?
Yeah. You did cast your spell before jumping in.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's very cool.
You can grab a chain.
Oh. I'm trying to think what else I've got that I can take this two action there. That's what we do. I'm not going to grab on anything. I'm just going to, because I would have heard a certain dwarf scream. No scream at all, nothing. And
You were casting a spell.
My finger!
yeah, so
And plus he didn't yell out.
the chains don't look like anything usual.
They look like chains.
chains. Okay.
And you are heavily armoured.
I am heavily armoured. Can I?
It's gonna do one of these ones.
I was thinking of doing I've got the armadillo armour on.
Yes, you do.
I'm going to roll up like an armadillo.
You want to roll up like an armadillo?
Yes, you know what I mean.
You want to transform and roll out?
I'm just trying to stoke myself in and go for the whole...
Like when Sonic went into a ball.
So I've got the armadillo arm, I've got to go... Yeah. And go... Help.
Cannonball. Roll out.
Cannonball splat. Cannonball splat.
Okay, give me a fortitude save.
Yeah. That's the good thing about this. A success is critical success. So... I just remember what my skill was. Here we go. It's 10? It could be worse. Fortitude. That's 32.
Yep.
Master, so if it's a success, it's critical success.
Okay. So... You manage to ball up and hit the chains going down and hearing them all snap on your way.
Just what I remember, do you have lockable number plate screws?
No.
Yeah, you. I just recommend them because I noticed that people next door don't have any number plates in a car they're driving around, and number plates go missing from this area.
Oh.
So, I don't want to scare you from driving here. Your number plates are there right now, but just while I think about it, if you end up getting those
I
lockable
did
ones,
notice it when I drove into this one.
it might be worthwhile investing in them.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
I'll remember that next time. Yeah.
Bad.
Not a bad public announcement at all.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You got this birthday present, by the way.
It's just what I remember.
It's okay, I don't mind.
Well,
As I said, it's
Do
a
you
nice
know which
public
house it
announcement.
is that doesn't have the license plates on the car? Alright, that's alright.
I saw when I drove
I've
in.
got bikey connections.
Oh, well, that'll work out just fine.
I know someone with bikey connections, so it's okay.
Has
Okay.
your girl learned to use yet?
No.
Oh, hurry up.
I know, I will. I'll
So
tell her
so
all
basically
again.
you're hearing these big grinding, snapping sounds each time you hit one.
Cool.
Oh, that sounds bad.
No.
That's good.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Grinding,
Well,
snapping
it's
sounds
good
sounds
for now.
bad.
As you start watching the chains start swinging down to everyone below you.
Oh.
That sounds even worse.
But surely they're tied on somewhere at the end, right?
Either side, he's just snapping them as they're coming down, so they're swinging down.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're going to hit them, but they're swinging down towards them.
But I'm doing what Splat would have wanted to. So.
Okay, and then you hit the ground with a big thud.
Yeah, that would do that because I'll be rolling up in front of, cannonball. So. Because I knew they wouldn't have enough time they could do setting up.
And you sort of stretch out of your arm and you see right beside you is Dimley's head. Just a few inches away from where you landed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his body is about 4 feet the other side.
Oh,
Hey!
isn't that your fingers?
Yeah, what happened there?
And then last one coming out is Nashru, who has no chains to worry about because someone broke them
Well,
off for him.
okay, certainly that's true. Considering down these tunnels and slides before, people have been going down as slowly as possible in the sense of keeping his arms and feet as wide out to try and slow his progression, with the goal of either not slipping out too far if it came to the floor, or grabbing the edge of the hole or something before he actually fell off if he could.
It's an 8-foot wide hole though, don't forget.
Yep.
Wouldn't that just mean you lose your penis?
How
If he's
does
like
hear
Freddy
someone
Krueger
say they're going to
chain.
lose their penis?
I don't think he used his penis as a stopping
As
break.
wide as he can to try and jump out. He's
You're
going to
gonna
like
do that?
drawn and quartered.
Spread open as wide as he can going down through the tunnel
Is that
to
what was
try and
actually said?
slow things down. So,
You're not imagining things.
No, I'm used to this one. Yeah.
but obviously, yeah, if it's the sort of thing that he's not able to control or slow, then he'll be aiming to avoid any,
Can't control or slow his penis?
make the landing as soft as possible and avoid any other obstacles on the way down.
Okay, so give me a... you have a fly speed? No, you don't. You can't do a rest before. Okay, so... give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, it's just the shower, didn't you?
15 plus acrobatics. 37.
Okay, so you manage to come down slow enough that you slide out of the end, even if you can't stop yourself.
Yep.
And you see that below you, there are just these swinging chains everywhere, and a Rory right in the middle of the floor beneath you.
Okay then, well, I will aim to tumble a bit as I fall to avoid landing on people.
Okay. And you come down doing a nice landing beside him, and you realise that the landing didn't hurt at all.
No.
Yes, I noticed that.
Well,
It's just rather obvious when you're not hitting chains.
How far was the fall?
The fall was 40 feet.
Yeah, well, that's okay. He wouldn't take damage anyway. He can fall 50 feet without damage.
But you think that it should have been a heavier fall.
I landed softer than
We've
expected.
floated up, haven't we? 'Cause he went, yeah.
We don't know yet. I haven't seen it. I don't think anyone's seen him.
Oh, did anyone notice him sort of...
And now that everyone's down, everyone can make a perception check.
Can someone roll for me? I don't have any fingers.
You've got right hand.
You got a 3 on the dice.
That's how many fingers he's got left, apparently.
32 for Nashru.
My perception's 20 then.
20 for me too.
Okay, so what is Xanos' stealth when he's trying to stealth?
My stealth is plus 18.
So minimum 28. So did anyone get 28 or higher on their perception?
I got 32.
I got 32.
Okay, so the two of you can see Xanos walking away on the ceiling. And each step he takes, he seems to get bulkier and taller.
So how big's this room we've ended up in if he's on the ceiling? Obviously it's 40 feet up, I guess.
It is about 40 feet up, and you see that about 20 feet up is a ledge that heads to another chamber that Dennis is walking towards. And there are chains dangling off it like rope that Rory just broke.
Uh-huh. And...
Or anything, any other doorway or anything like that in it where we are?
There doesn't appear to be any other doorway where you are.
But the room itself, how big's the room?
The room itself is about 80 feet by about 20 feet.
Okay. So the ledge is 80 feet away, is that what you're saying?
The ledge is about 20 feet away, actually. You're on the short side of it.
Oh, okay, right, yep. Well, Nashru will move across to the base of the wall on that side.
Yep.
Well, he'll test one of the chains to see how effective they're going to be to try and use as a rope getting up, or effectively a rope getting up.
Give me a perception check.
Assuming he'll find them actually a bit sharper than a rope is, he'll then aim for climbing.
So, assuming you don't roll a 1 on your perception.
An actual 20, unfortunately, what a waste.
Okay, so looking at it, you see it's a cleverly disguised razor chain that is meant for convincing people it looks like a normal chain from a distance. Up close you can see it's pointed, not rounded.
Right.
And it's designed basically for cutting things up.
Okay. So
Well, you can climb it if you know what you're doing. That's the equivalent of if you were to use like pittons as your thing for climbing with, you can still move along the chain using the pittons because it still has the links, just that you couldn't grab the chain itself.
Grab it, yeah. Or what if we use those gloves with all the...
That would also work because it's not your hands touching it; it's the gloves.
Yeah.
Well, Nashru will go for aiming to just climb the wall, I think.
Yep.
In fact, thinking to... Oh no, that's it. I'm just talking about whether or not I can attempt to jump up that high. Or at least a good start for the climb, but we'll just go for climbing at this stage.
Okay. So give me an athletics roll for Nashru.
Athletics 25.
Okay, you start climbing up. You get about halfway, which is for you not that far, and then you feel yourself detach from the wall and gently land about 5 feet from the wall on the floor again.
That's an interesting effect. So I got about 10 feet up and then almost floated away from the wall. Is that what you're saying?
You very much floated away from the wall because you weren't expecting the wall it just to pull away from you.
No.
So you might have to use the chains.
So Ross, you are currently, everyone else seems to be on the roof as far as you're concerned, but you feel this pull towards the door.
I was wondering if I can get to the ledge and throw a rope. Well,
What ledge?
down
That's the ceiling.
Okay.
You're looking up.
I'm trying. Okay, I throw a rope.
He's asking Martin, if he pulls out a rope and lets go of one end, does gravity affect the rope, or is it sort of caught in whatever magic is affecting him?
Okay, give me a will save.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay, we'll save. D20. Do we have rerolls?
No.
Bugger.
Besides, definitely not for the enemy. Or rather, actually, you might have rerolls, but we don't.
Okay, that is a 19.
It's a 19. What did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Yep. Okay, so looking at the others, you go, why do I really want to help these non-goblins? What have they ever really done for you? Or goblin kind in general?
Shut up! I am learning. I'm remembering my training. No. No, I want. So I'm basically arguing myself. So what? I'm basically doing Smeagol.
Very much
I
so.
was very, very vocal in the 42 riots to try and get voting for the goblins. Thank you very much.
Monstrous our friend.
So I'm currently doing Smeagol.
Okay, so you
So I'm having an argument with myself.
you currently think that the goblinoid really should leave the room and leave it to the so the trap can fully kick in when you finally get out.
Okay, so yeah, you need to get up here, guys. Can I actually say that? Or
Give me a will save.
Cool. I didn't buy the bubbles.
That's okay.
Did you want coffee?
Yeah, I'd love coffee.
Did you want coffee?
Oh yeah.
No.
Do you want coffee or tea?
Okay, that's another 4. So 19.
So you hear the goblin yell at you, you're all burning hell as he walks off.
Oh.
I look at Nashru and go,
Did you say that in Goblin or in some other language?
yes.
In goblin.
No, I don't know.
I will translate for the party.
I throw my detached index finger at him.
I tell Nashru, I said, I told you I should have killed you.
Give me a ranged attack roll. Unfortunately, you are not actually skilled at detached fingers, so you don't actually get to add any training to it.
Since
I
I'm
can
currently
telekinetic
playing
projectile it.
Smeagol, since I'm now playing Golem, I'll catch the finger and eat it.
Well, first he has to actually reach you because he has a slight problem. He's a bit limp when tossing fingers.
I rolled 19, so what do I add to it?
Your dexterity bonus, and that's it.
20.
Okay, it goes up about 5 feet and then comes down directly on you. You gave yourself the finger.
That's a pretty cool screw up.
Did he have his mouth open when it came back down?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Did you have your mouth open there, Emrys, when it came back down?
There's a new anime on Crunchyroll where like, the first episode the guy eats a finger.
So Emrys, what did you do when your finger came back?
Dodged it.
Dodged it, catch it.
Give me a reflex saving throw to catch your finger.
27.
You have no problems catching your finger. Apparently your right hand's quite dexterous now that it's the one with fingers left. It's amazing how, things adapt quickly. Okay, so, next person up, who wants to do something?
So,
Has anyone tried to climb the chains yet, or only the wall?
Only the wall.
chains, eh?
Yeah, the chains. Because they wouldn't have anticipated that the chains would fall down.
Can I activate my claws of the ice there or whatever? And
can.
try and tackle the chain/wall with those?
Yes, you can spend an action getting them out and putting them on, so that gives you one climb roll. Because you can't wear them and do other things. You have to basically...
Climb roll, it says it just gives me climb equal to my speed.
It does, but it fits over your hands, and you cannot cast spells or use other items while wearing them.
So it takes you time to set it up, but once you set it up, then you can move at your speed, like you'll climb a lot faster.
If I have hag claws,
I'm confused.
The claws, while wearing them, gives you a climb...
And then I can do spider climb.
Yes, but you've got to be wearing them to activate them.
So what Martin's saying is it'll take you 2 actions to put them on and get them ready, and then you've got 1 action left to actually do your climb, which will be enough time to get to the 20 feet if you plan to go 20 feet. Because you've got your move action.
Yeah, that's what I said I was doing.
Yep. And that was what I was just trying to explain, that the action economy for that one. Okay, so yes, you have no problems getting them out and getting them on and climbing the wall.
how far does she get?
Because it allows her to move 30 feet, I believe, is it?
Ignores normal penalties for slipping in icy surfaces.
So it was, you move 20 or 25?
25.
25, okay. So you get to the wall, up, and you're up to the lip of the wall.
Oh shit, okay, that works.
What's magic? Not this mundane muscle thing.
Yeah. But I have hag claws. Will
Yeah.
I be able to climb the chains with that or not?
You want to give it a try?
No, I want you to tell me if I can do it.
You can attempt anything. Whether it's successful or not determines how well you roll and how nasty the chains are.
Well, I don't know if hag claws are strong, because I forgot I had them. I only just remembered the other day.
It's okay, get Horori to climb.
I also didn't realise I had untrained improvisation until the other day as well. So
I'm going to fall down to you guys. Just give me a sec and I'll try and throw you a rope.
Alright.
Okay, so,
I just help pick up fingers.
Okay, so Nashru, having found that he couldn't climb the wall, he's going to throw a grappling hook with the rope up over the ledge.
Okay, so one thing you've also noticed is that Dimly's currently spurting blood.
Dimly's what?
As,
Can I do some sort of triage battle medicine on myself, please?
Oh, he's bleeding.
3 wounds.
okay, you only lose 4 points of blood loss.
And Hori hands you the other 2 fingers.
Hey, if he does healing with his fingers like pressed up against his hand, will they reattach?
No, you need regeneration, unfortunately.
Needs surgery or something like that.
Or more time than you have with a general treat injury. Treat injury will stop the progression.
It bandages the wound, but you're not actually stitching fingers back on again.
I have a question though.
Yep.
If you are missing hands, you would say you're an amputee, right?
Yep.
I would consider that a condition.
Not in the sense of Pathfinder workshop, no.
Worth a try. I want to remove the disease of amputee.
Okay. Because you see, from my perspective, you've already got a condition. You're short.
I'd like to repair that too.
You're also a dwarf. That can be seen as a condition.
That will fix your problem.
So, could you please give me a administer first aid roll?
Well, I have assurance anyway, don't I?
Yeah,
You do?
It's a medicine check, so...
It is a medicine check.
So you can take 10 and just add your proficiency bonus.
31.
31. Okay, so on a...
Sorry.
You got 30, that includes, 31 includes your ability, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You just take the proficiency.
Oh, no, sorry, we figured this out last time.
Yeah, that's right, because you're a master in medicine, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So your proficiency bonus is 17.
so 27. Alright, 27.
Okay.
DC 30, you're calling DC 20, I think.
Yeah.
And...
Are you doing a minister first aid to stop bleeding?
He's doing administer first aid. Otherwise, if you do treat wound, you don't...
It was my bad, my mistake.
Okay, so you fail to stop the bleeding. The DC is the effect that caused the amputation.
I try again, and I'll roll for this one.
Okay, unfortunately, it takes another round.
On.
It is a double action round. You take another 8 points of damage.
Easy.
Don't worry, he's still on 3.
Yeah, I know.
Remember, there are other people in the party that can do medicine if they're not distracted by other things, or you call them over.
So
No.
while we're waiting for you to do your medicine roll, what's everyone else doing? We had Annie was getting her claws ready.
And Nashu was trying to grappling hook up the ledge.
Okay, give me a ranged attack roll for Nashru.
16 plus 19, 35.
35. Okay, so you throw it up, it goes up about 15 feet, then sort of curves back towards you. And then comes and lands beside you.
Is there any chance it landed in my arm and, sealed the wound?
A grappling hook?
No, he moved away from you.
Kind of like a cork.
And what is Rory doing?
Rory sighs,
Yep.
pulls out a potion of cure wounds,
Yep.
grabs the dwarf, chucks it down his throat.
Okay, give me a roll.
What is it, cure wounds? Just a basic.
Right, you didn't pass the potion to him, to his left hand, he dropped it and it broke?
Well, he could have poured it over the left hand to see what would happen.
Well, okay, sterilise the wound.
Will cure wounds where you touch your fingers?
No.
No.
But it's more just I
It'll
thought
stop
that
the
might
bleeding,
help
though.
solidify the area.
So what did you get?
5.
Okay, so you heal 5 damage.
Am I still bleeding?
Let me just check bleed effects because I'm not sure if healing.
Any heal will stop a bleed effect.
I was just confirming that first.
Yeah, 'cause I was hoping it might just stop with the magic as it does. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think magic. I'm pretty certain any heal will stop bleeding.
We'll go with that for the moment because it's not one of the basic conditions.
Rory, is your sword glowing at the moment?
Rory's glowing.
Rory's glowing. It still hasn't been a minute yet, has it?
No, it hasn't been a minute yet.
Yeah. And you've got one potion.
But you do notice that your fingers have sealed over.
There you go.
So you've now got all these nice little stumps over your hand?
And I pat him on the back going, that was cool. Yeah. And that's it. Not as cool as me, but it was cool. So.
Okay.
Or pat him on the back saying, remember, don't jump first.
How long does the spider climb last for Ayumi?
10 minutes.
Okay. So, yes, you're standing on the ledge there. You have the rope ready. Do you toss it down to the others? You see that Nashru is struggling to toss a grapple up to you.
What is that?
Yeah.
Printed down.
I'm going to secure a kitten into the ground and tie the rope around it securely, and we'll let the rope down for them to climb.
Yep. Okay, so it seems to work. Yep.
With bleeding, it's a persistent damage effect. Normally, if you don't do anything about it, it takes about a minute for the blood to clot and the bleeding to stop on its own. And if you do something to improve the chances, like a healing thing to get rid of persistent bleed, it reduces the DC to a flat check of 10 to achieve it.
And where's that?
That is core rulebook page 621.
I should refresh myself on it.
And that's the same for any kind of persistent damage, like if you're on fire or there's acid on your skin or anything like that.
Yeah, this one's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weighty.
Thank you.
Do you want a flavour?
Could I have peppermint, please?
Yep,
Absolutely.
Thank you. Do you like it strong?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, because we talked about the idea that you actually need to heal to your maximum hit points to automatically end persistent bleed damage.
To automatically end it.
That's right, yeah, that's okay, like, which is what I thought. So, certainly earlier editions it was, if you had bleed, any healing would stop it. So,
Okay, so in which case then it's a flat check for Emerist.
So you've got his 5 hit points back, but then you've got to actually stop bleeding.
It's a flat check of 10 for anyone who's doing the first aid action or some sort of heal action to stop the bleeding.
No, actually, stopping bleeding is the DC is usually the DC of the effect that caused the effect.
Yeah, but you're saying in the rules for the assisted recovery side of the house, it comes down
Okay.
to it reduces the DC to a flat check of 10.
What it actually says,
Yeah.
you take steps to help yourself recover from persistent damage, or an ally can help you, allowing you to attempt an additional flat check before the end of your turn.
Yeah. Okay, there is
I was using the stop bleeding rule.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the one that he was rolling initially for his medicine check. What Grace is getting at is that when you look at the assistance of the persistent bleed, because you had the magical healing, there's an argument to say that it goes down to the DC becomes a DC 10 flat check, irrespective of what actually caused the original damage.
But even with that, even without it being reduced, it's a DC 15 flat check to see if you recover without doing anything.
Yeah, but that takes a minute.
I thought it was a based on the previous time.
Okay.
No, when you take damage, you do a DC flat check of 15 to see if you recover at that point. So every round that you take damage, you get to do that check. If you do something to try and help yourself, that check becomes a DC 10. If you fail all those checks or do nothing about it, it ends at 1 minute.
Okay, I'm going to stop the game while I look the rules up because I hadn't actually been following the rules correctly.
So it probably doesn't matter too much right now in the case.
But we've had a rules call, so I will read through the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I agree with the fact that if it came down to DC 10, then he's got assurance, so his medicine check will be 10 plus anyway. So.
It was such a busy day, it was
But
ridiculous.
if it still goes to the difficulty of what caused the injury, another option is cut his hand off
goes good. I
No,
like
and so the
two other
difficulty
ones I was
for-
meant to
for
do,
that
and
would be,
one off to Kano, 'cause of
less.
my match belt. Please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Oni Goblin.
I'm so Oni, so Oni.
So I want to chop his head off, man. My sword is glowing much brighter at the moment.
He's struggling. He's trying.
No, he's not. He's not even trying.
He did try a little bit.
Not what Nashru said. He said you all going to die or something like that, I heard.
I just did, was it the Red Queen or whatever? You're all going to die down here.
Peacemaker does anything interesting. Got a thing called Monstrous Peacemaker, but I doubt it works on Odin's. I think it.
Okay, so Emerist, on top of the check to try to stop the bleed yourself, you actually do get a flat check. So for you to physically stop the check requires the medicine roll as I had done, but for you to actually run out of clotting yourself is a separate roll.
Okay.
So there are two different actual rules involved here. There is the bleed rule and there is persistent damage rule, and they both exist at the same time.
So basically, yeah, you did your medicine action and didn't quite make it. At the end of your turn, you're getting a flat check to see if it stops normally.
So can I do that? Do you want me to do that now?
Yes, please.
19.
That'll do it.
So then you actually stop bleeding at the end of that round.
Thank you.
So persistent damage is on top of it can stop naturally, but bleed to actually stop bleed with a roll is a medicine check.
Yeah, so yeah, 'cause I thought, I thought the bleed bit was.
And the DC of that is different.
Yeah,
It's not 15.
Depends on how it's hit or something, isn't it?
I know it's the DC of the effect that causes it.
Ah,
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So
if it's a DC 30 thing, then the DC is 30.
Yeah, so if I if I get a special card and it gets bleed on it, it's not good for the person. No.
It's not. So that is why we have those overlapping rules that get complex at
I remember
times.
hearing something about this about the rules, but I couldn't remember a lot about it, and it hasn't come up before. But,
I haven't used bleed very often.
oh, we haven't really, no.
Your sword can do bleed, but the problem is you normally kill it when you do.
Can it?
You normally kill things when you...
People
kill
don't
bleed.
last long enough to
I
be
don't have
bleed
bleed
from
on
your
them.
sword.
Oh, yeah, because I do have them. So yeah. Oh, yeah, we did discuss this, yeah. No, I think it's on the... I don't think it's on the...
I believe it's on a crit. On a crit you can cause bleed. I think, if I remember right.
That was Pathfinder 1.
Oh, Pathfinder 1.
Pathfinder 2, you didn't add that to me because you looked at the dice towers and you said, no more. Yeah. 4d10's enough, I think, Martin. So.
Okay, so Xanis is currently walking towards the doors, ignoring the other people as he's arguing with himself. What would Xanis like to try to do?
Try to win the argument and help my comrades.
Yep, you won the argument. You beat yourself.
Thank you.
Just which self won is the question.
Give me a will save.
So the 20 comes out now. 20 comes out now.
Oh yes, natural 20.
Okay. As you...
That's a total of 35. So has that hit the
35 upgraded.
yeah 35 up?
As you push the Oni's presence away from you at the moment, you feel time rush ahead by an hour.
Okay.
But for the people inside, it hasn't actually moved at all.
Should have recorded
Just the outside. The outside time's moving.
Oh, so the inside is not. So you don't want to...
So the sun has moved an hour.
Do I need to record that or
I'm
not?
gonna get out there. Splat's gonna have a little beard, long eyebrows.
And Bruce is going to be a retired horse.
Okay. So I can now try to throw down a rope to them, or throw up a rope to them.
Well, you can see above you Iomi standing on the roof, hammering in a pin and lowering a rope up to the ceiling above.
People are demons.
Now I'm trying to work. So
Now-
she's above.
Are you on the ceiling or you're on the floor? You're not really quite sure looking up.
Okay, well I'll throw a rope to her.
Okay.
And then I'll put a pit in where I am. And tie it to it.
So which order are you doing this? You're tossing the rope to someone.
Well, no, I'm tying the end of the rope to her. I'm going to put a pit in the floor and tie the other end to that rope. To the
So someone that's 20 feet up, you're tying a rope to.
No, okay. I'll put a pit on my floor.
Yeah.
Tie the end of that rope to it.
So one action breaks free of your compulsion for the moment. One action pulls out a pin, and one action puts it in the floor.
Okay. Yep. So then I use the free action saying we've only got what was it, an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, give me another will save.
Tell us what you're trying to. I'm trying to fight it.
I've got something to try. No, wait.
That's a 19, so that's a 34.
Okay, so you menacingly tell the others they have only an hour left.
And
Can I react?
In Goblin.
No, I don't know then. Unless naturally tells me I'm not going to do anything.
Sorry, what was that?
He pretty much passes on the information, but with menace.
Yeah, so naturally told me that what Xanos said in Goblin.
So Xanos tells everyone in Goblin that they have only an hour and a bit left.
I activate something.
What do you activate?
Airwalk 2 actions.
Okay.
Then I would use the last action to move towards Xanos.
Okay, so you start to see Aurori start to run up the air.
Nasru's
Yeah.
attempting another throw with the grappling hook.
A rope has been dropped down by Aomi.
Nasru just climbed the rope.
Well, that was about to say was the fact that he was setting up to throw it again, assuming that someone else might try and go up the rope on the idea there'd be 2 ropes ready. But if no one else, after the second try, if no one else has started up the rope, then he'll go up the rope.
You hang out with Spawn.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, that's not intimidating.
So Nasru tries to toss the grappling hook again.
Can I try and catch it?
You can. You'll have to lean out to try to catch it though.
Well, no. Okay, Nasru's deliberately aiming to throw it well beyond the distance to counter any effect of this floating in the wrong direction. So, 20 foot up, he's planning on throwing it so it goes 20 foot past the legs and off to the beyond the barrier type, beyond the legs type stuff. So, but basically, where am I? 19, 32 on the attack roll.
Okay, you feel that going exactly where you wanted to, except 15 feet up, it just seems to move above you and then drop.
Okay.
You know that's not natural.
I will coil up my rope again and look around and realise that no one started climbing yet, and climb the rope.
He just watched you do the whole airwalk up beside him.
Okay.
Avery's going to run up the rope too.
So now that you started the rope, everyone wants to use it. It's a popular rope. Okay, so back to Xanos above. As you got people helping, as you got Aomi holding the rope and the pitten.
Nasru will let Gimli climb up the rope behind Avery. So.
Yeah, you forget about me. He comes and goes. He's in and out of the shadows.
But usually Avery's flying around, so...
Yeah, but his flying steed is not with him.
It does help having a flying animal.
Walking animal's fine.
Okay, so what does Xanos want to do?
Okay, so they're climbing the rope. Oh,
They seem to be climbing up towards you, and you see Horori giving you a death stare as he marches directly towards you through air as if it's stairs.
actually, I'll put down the that dancing wasp thing. That's Psi or whatever.
Yeah.
They kept it. So I'm now unarmed, unarmed with that magical stuff. And
Do you put it on the ground?
yeah, I put it on the ground.
And then you let go of it?
Well, I'm at the doorway.
Yeah, he's asking whether or not it falls because you're putting it on our roof.
It does not fall.
Okay.
So what? It does fall? Or
It does not fall. It sits on the ground where you put it.
Yeah.
And the doors in front of you open up as you put it down.
Can I have a look around me, like, is there a passage that this opening leads to, or, like, this ledge that I'm on with this opening that these guys are climbing up to where I am? Like,
Yep.
what are the grounds?
Okay, so you can see past you is, past the room with the chains, is a short passage that leads into a... Sorry, just trying to get the description right. A room full of cages, all hanging from the floor up, and a door on the ceiling across with Xana standing right beside the door. That's just open for him. So he's about 40 feet from you at the moment.
So he's gone through the passage.
He has gone through the passage.
But he's gone through the passage on your ceiling.
And how long is the passage?
The passage is 20 feet long.
But the ceiling, my ceiling of the passage is the same level as the ceiling of the room. Is that correct?
That is correct. And the floor for you drops away 20 feet in.
Right.
So she's level with the baskets that are hanging from the floor. Is that what you mean?
That is correct, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so who's the first one up the rope?
I believe, well, Rory was walking straight up, but he was going past the rope. I believe
you're
up
not
the
using the
rope
rope.
was Avery, and then Dimley, and then Nasho.
That's correct.
Okay, could Avery please give me an acrobatics check?
Sure. What's that? I have a 29.
Okay, so as you get to the lip, you find yourself falling up at the ceiling.
Falling up?
Yep, and you strike the ceiling painfully, but not actually causing much damage. You only take, 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you face plant the ceiling.
Oof. Hello. Hello, ceiling. Nice to meet you.
Did he take the rope with him at all?
No, because Dimley was hanging onto the rope at the time.
Yep, happy with that.
And you can look up and you can see Iomi standing on the ceiling above you.
Come down here. It's much better.
Now you just need to start dancing.
Oh, I can do better than that.
Spider climb is a fantastic spell.
And everyone has one of those spitting things as well, so we all got one of them.
Most of you have one.
Most, yeah. Ross wouldn't have one because he wasn't there. So.
And so then Horori starts...
My aim is to get between...
give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics? Really?
Yeah.
Now you're being tricky, yeah. I thought I beat you on that one. No, well. Oh, damn.
Gravity's about to shift on you.
That's very cool, very cool.
Make that fall forward.
Well, you got Nashru there holding the rope. Yeah, he could probably give you a boost up.
It's wild that he goes like the assisters.
27.
27. Okay, you do this amazing flip in midair, and you find yourself now oriented. So what was the ceiling is now the floor.
Yeah, that's right. So you see that, Nashru?
Yeah, take that.
Take that. I want to get between I'm racing to get past Ross, or past Xanis, so I stand between whatever's at the other side and Xanis. I don't want him to go any further.
Xanis is
Fairway way?
another. So you've just gotten to the ledge
Yeah.
area, and he is another 60 feet away from you.
But I don't have any more moves, do I? No, okay.
So that was one move to get to that point. How far do you move on around?
30.
So yes, you can pretty much spend your entire action moving to in front of him in the doorway.
I want to block what's on the other side from him. Whether I get hurt from that, I don't know. But I just want to make sure that he doesn't go any further. So I want to wait for everyone else. And I'll just look at him going, don't you move. Give me that look of like, don't, stop. I know it's hard for goblins not to keep moving, but...
Okay. And what would Iomi like to do now that you've seen Avery fall onto the ceiling?
I said to Avery that I want to get my rope back before I worry about what they're doing.
Okay.
Well, that's all right, because Nashu's still coming up yet.
So you're busily holding the rope.
I've got to come up too.
So Dimly, what is Dimly doing with his climb roll?
Yes, for now.
He actually has to make a climb roll because he's sort of
Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
So what roll am I making exactly?
athletics.
And
But-
do I have any issues because of my digit issue?
Yes, you get to roll twice and take the worst.
But he's getting a boost from Nashu.
That's how come he gets the roll to begin with.
Okay. I was hoping it might cancel the disadvantage.
And acrobatics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
So 19.
Okay, you make it up over the ledge. It's a hassle. It's very hard when you don't have fingers to hold on to something.
Okay.
And he manages to scramble up onto the ledge itself.
You do scramble up onto the ledge, and then you find yourself falling up.
Do I get any sort of roll for landing on the ground, or do I just hit?
Give me an acrobatics roll.
$23.
Okay, you also end up taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ceiling.
Thank you.
Does that make knock him out? No, because he got...
23 left.
Because Mark gave him that healing potion.
You do feel the wind knock out of you as you land, looking up at everyone now standing on your ceiling.
Well, no, only Iomi, isn't it?
And the people who are
Standing on the-
and the people who are climbing the rope are pretty much on his ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I use my free action of that to say shit? Maybe I am dead.
You can. In Dwarvish?
Say Dwarvish.
No, druidic. I want to seem like I'm hallucinating because I haven't had.
Say Dwarvish, because I know Dwarvish.
So everyone else hears this strange language coming from the dwarf. It sounds like he's casting something. Maybe he's possessed.
I look and... no, I'll have my go. I can't do anything.
Okay.
So as Nashu's climbing up the rope, he's going to actively try to hang on to the rope as he gets to the top to avoid falling to the roof.
Okay, now that you've seen what's happened, it's actually not that difficult to use gravity and hang on to the rope.
Yep.
And drop to the ceiling, which is now the floor.
Yeah, but okay, because Iomi's still on the ceiling, is she actually hanging on to the rope, or did the rope get put into a pitten?
The rope's around a pitten, but she's also helping with the rope.
Yeah, maintain it steady. But she hasn't been affected by the reverse gravity.
She has not. But she also has the claws of the ice bear on her hands as well.
Well, it's obviously more the fact that she's got the goddess powers.
I think God has powers too. I agree. I obviously agree with Nashru there.
I just want to get you all on the ceiling. Bug's still following you up the road. So I want to get you two on my ceiling so that I can then get my rope back and then go down the passage and...
Oh, is Bug still coming?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because Nashru was waiting till last to make sure the others got up the road.
So
So
what's Bug's climb roll?
What am I rolling to climb?
Yep. Well, you've got your claws, don't you? You want to just pull your claws out and help you climb?
Like my hag claws?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, no roll needed. You just climb up as you use your claws to make sure you've got good hold on.
Yeah.
And now an acrobatics roll is gravity shifts on you.
What do I add if I'm trained?
If you're trained, you add your level plus dexterity.
So these 13.
Plus 2.
Yeah, plus 2, yeah.
So I rolled a 19.
And you manage to flip and land on your feet on the ceiling without any problem.
Oh.
This is how you do it.
Look who learned parkour.
As a reaction, I'd like to go. Yeah, because I did say
Okay. And it is Nashru's chance to get up there.
Yep, okay. He's climbing up. Okay, he's aiming to not fall immediately to the roof, but assuming the gravity does change, he'll then aim to lightly land on the roof.
Okay, so as you come up, you're the last person on the rope, so the rope changes direction, and you're now dangling from the ceiling.
That's right then, I'll climb down the rope then, even easier.
You can just slide right down the rope onto the onto the ceiling, which is now your floor.
Okay.
I will undo the pit and then gather the rope up and sort of coil in the back of my backpack.
Yep, everyone's still strangely walking on your roof as you're walking along.
Yep, I'm going to walk down the passage on my floor.
Yep.
And then I'm going to basically... Oh, actually,
Use the doorway to...
should I just untie the rope and let Nashru hang on to it? And just climb it?
Well, it's hanging towards what is your ceiling now.
That's right.
So you can climb
If you untie the rope, presumably the rope will fall to me.
Yeah. So you don't
And
want
then
to untie
you'd
it.
have to fall down at 20 feet.
Or you can just walk down the wall of the passage.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll just walk, so I'll collect the rope and I'll just walk down the wall of the passage and join the others and walk down the passage.
Is she still the wrong way up then?
No, she's still the right way up as she comes down the wall and then comes to this and walks along her ceiling. But you don't feel gravity shift at all as you're doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm walking upside down now.
Well, you feel like you're still, even when you're on the wall, you feel like you're on the floor.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your spider climb does that for you.
Yep.
It's a bugger when it stops and you're halfway up a wall.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Martin,
Yeah.
while waiting for Iomi to get down/up to us, has Dimly been affected by battle medicine?
I will check.
Myself and Zanos.
Not by you.
Yeah, I did battle medicine on him.
You have done it on him, as has himself. And I believe Xanos also did it on him.
Okay, so there's no one left but give him battle medicine.
He's been well medicined up.
Well, obviously.
Okay, so, Xanos, you have Harori before you telling you to stop. What do you want to do?
I'll stop.
Give me a will save.
Roll. That's a 27.
So 27. Okay, you realize you can stop him. So you get to make a surprise attack on him
Yeah, use reaction on the other thing. So.
because he has used his reaction.
That's true. Yeah.
You can go. You can just walk right past him because he has glanced away from you. You can either attack while passing him or just pass him.
I'll just pass him.
Okay. Apparently,
And while arguing with myself.
so this goblin gives you a very dismissive look as he just walks right past you, ignoring you completely.
So it doesn't look conflicted at
Well,
all.
Doesn't look.
You mean the 8-foot tall goblin?
Yep.
It's 8 or 2 now.
Yeah.
God damn.
And he is so muscly his clothes has fallen off.
It's a goblin.
Oh, he's naked goblin too.
Yep.
Oh, not a naked one. Oh.
I do have
Up
a high
close as
charisma.
well. Oh, no.
I do have a high charisma.
Yeah, that's not helping you here, man. No, not helping you. No.
Hey, goblins are as goblins do.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so he's walked past me.
And he seems to be just striding down the passageway to the left, away from you.
Goblin dick swinging.
You need to give me a sock.
And
To break
as
the
he does
spell.
so, you can see a reflection of the eyes on the wall beside you, and whatever numbers are there are speeding up with each step.
Okay.
If I make it towards the where was it a door? Where am I heading towards? Is it
You are heading towards a door, another door in a hallway.
okay? The way that the numbers, the time is speeding up. Is it going to hit daybreak when I hit the door?
No, not far away from it though. You think you probably got about 60 feet before you probably hit daybreak.
So what? I'm losing a minute every foot.
Very close to it.
I've got no answer. But I'm not the tackler. Somebody else is the tackler. So I'm leaving that to Emrys. That one.
Okay, so
But I'm pulling out the sword straight away now. 'Cause he's not listening to me. And I feel that I need to...
as you pull the sword out, the sword lights up with the loudest crackle you've ever heard of it.
Martin,
Yep.
is there any possibility that Gimli could load his heavy crossbow?
Yes, there is. You ask someone else to do it for you.
Alright.
That's a very quick way of doing it.
Or you do it very slowly.
Can I ask someone to do it for me very quickly so that I can get it back and take a shot?
Hang on, so have we all moved now into the same room? Like, how far are the rest of us from Xanos now?
Well, you've seen Xanos walk past Rory, who is busy clapping at the moment.
So how far from Harori are we?
60 feet.
So we haven't had a chance to move down, like, across the room.
Not yet.
No, we're waiting for Iomi to get down from the roof. Okay. But Nashru's certainly going to start moving over to effectively the opposite side of the goblin from Harori.
Okay, so Nashru dashes off to head off the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think at this point, this is a we all need to run kind of situation.
Okay, so how far can Nashru move?
Nashru has a speed of 35, I think. Yep, 35.
Okay, you end the round right behind the goblin.
Okay.
The tall goblin.
Yep.
And
with his rapier drawn.
with his rapier drawn. Because it did take you 95 feet to get to him.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
But I might actually call initiative now.
Did you actually want to know what my move was?
I know what your move is, but you weren't actually doing the full move.
Yeah.
You weren't trying to rush it.
Basically,
if I was trying to rush it, you wouldn't be able to catch me.
at this stage, you said you're conflicted, so I'm not giving you your full move. The moment you say you're not conflicted, you can pretty much reach the end in a single action.
No, I'm trying to stop myself. Because I know that if I stop myself, the timer would halt the...
Rory.
Gimli has 23.
You wanted initiative?
What was your Rory's?
16 downgraded.
16 downgraded.
It's got a 1 on the dice.
Okay. What is Nashru's?
Nashru is 34.
34. What is Iomi's?
28.
28. What was Bog's?
Same, 28.
What was Avery's?
A very...
Avery ducked away to put the baby to bed.
Okay, so Xanos, you get advantage on your roll.
okay, that's unfortunate.
Martin?
Yeah.
And if it's important, Nashru also got 39 on stealth.
39 on
when he
stealth.
moved up.
Okay. So it changed from a 17 up to a 27.
Okay, so Avery's just going to have to go at the end.
That's okay.
And Nashru, you're up first. As you can see behind you, well, I'll describe it on your action because that's you pulling your sword out. That's your entire action.
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
Oh, that's a fair call with the one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. Where am I? Right, yeah. AC 24 to hit. I'm assuming we'll miss.
I believe that is a miss.
That's a miss.
Yep. Is it a critical miss?
No, you would have needed to roll a 20 or less.
Okay. So yes, you try to stab the goblin with your rapier and miss.
Yep, I will try again.
Okay.
AC 31.
That's a hit.
You manage to strike the goblin. How much damage do you do?
Where am I?
And what sort of damage?
Pokey damage with a bit of acid, if that's important.
Pokey damage is important. What sort of pokey damage?
As in magical piercing rapier.
Yep. That.
With
What is the magical term?
So,
Magic of the damage is important.
Yep. So yeah, magic rapier with sneak attack and D6 acid damage.
I got a feeling my sword's got a bit more light up.
Almost Yaxi.
On sixes?
4 4s and a 5. So 25, 31 points of damage, and I will take 10 foot off his speed.
Okay.
10 foot subtraction to his speed.
Okay, you stab him in the leg.
And for third action, nothing further at this stage. I'll just be ready to provide the good flank for Haroi.
So you can, I think aid is an action? Well, that's a reaction. You can aid once as a reaction.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But you have to be adjacent to the target to aid as a reaction. Okay, so next person up is either Iomi or Bug. Who wants to go next?
Naomi can go. I'm trying to do rock, paper, scissors.
It's your choice. So Iomi, apparently you've been voted up next.
Okay, I want to get within 30 feet of that.
Okay, so it takes
My speed is 25.
it will take you 3 moves to get within 30 feet of Xanos.
Yep.
Okay, so you can see Nashru with his rapier covered in goblin blood.
He's a goblin now.
It's very fashionable this time of year.
And then it is Bug's turn.
I'm doing the same thing. Just get as close as I can on the same speed, 25.
Yep. You get up right beside Iomi.
Yeah.
And then it is Dimly's turn.
Look, everyone's running up. I have a 20-foot speed, so there's no way I'm going to catch up in time. I guess I'm going to try and load the crossbow.
Okay, so if Richard hasn't come back, I can say that Avery's trying to help you load the crossbow.
Okay.
Because
Well, then he loads crossbow for me.
he will load the crossbow for you.
And then can I take a shot with the crossbow at Mr. Cranky Man?
You have to move twice to be able to see him, at least. Because what's your move?
20.
Then you have to move 3 times to be able to see him.
But I've got a range of 120, and isn't he really tall? So
He is, but he's gone down a passageway through a door. Rory was standing in the doorway.
Is it not a straight line?
It is not a straight line. I said he went left down a passageway.
That was my misunderstanding. Alright.
All good.
Can I move twice and then see him?
No, because it is, the passageway is literally 60 to 65 feet from where you are.
I would like to move 60 feet. And no, I'd move 40 feet after loading the crossbow.
You had someone else load it for you, so you still have your 60 feet.
Yes, so
Oh.
he grabs the crossbow from Avery and he moves his 60 feet.
Thank you.
Yep. You're at the doorway, and then as you're standing in the doorway, you hear Horori draw his sword with the crack of thunder. And I will actually give you some thunder, so you got a nice big crack of thunder. I've got it here somewhere, I'm sure I do.
Just as a... I'm not sure if you give me a free action. Check out my scene. I saw those red eyes, didn't I? Did I see red eyes when I was next to...
You saw the
Yeah,
countdown,
yes.
didn't you?
In his eyes. Oh, you saw the countdown on the wall reflecting off.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it wasn't actually the eyes of somebody, something else.
No.
Okay, that's what
It was
I
a
thought.
reflection from your armor.
Oh, okay, gotcha, sorry.
Okay, and
And it was speeding up.
and you see basically all this energy arcing around Horori as he pulls out his sword and holds it above his arm, head, and calls out. What does Horori call out?
Grayskull.
That's it. Sorry, my friend, this will have to end. But I don't think you can... I've got one anymore, I'm not sure. Is that all I have to...
What's your battle cry?
Battle cry?
Yeah.
Xena.
Be gone, Oni. And that's all I'm saying, yeah.
There can only be one.
The
No,
Xena.
there can only be none.
I don't know. Okay,
I wasn't even meant to work
It could even be for the
No, no.
honor of
no, I'm saying under my breath I go, for you, Miko. And that's, just so I can hear it only.
as he tries to do it quietly, it echoes everywhere as
And then I do a
the
roll.
entire room shakes with the sound of his voice.
What, am I in distance with him or not?
No, this is basically your natural one. It just takes you out of the round.
Yeah, no.
As you see the equivalent of Horori powering up. Okay, so now it's Avery's turn if he's back.
Avery.
Then we shall move on to Xenis. What would Xenis like to do?
Try to get control of myself.
Okay, give me a wisdom roll.
Does the sword help? Okay, we'll try. I still got seriously up as well, so...
That's a 24.
Okay, on a 24, you realize you have the ability to throw a negative energy bolt at any opponent who displeases you.
Okay, I'll...
Dimly pisses you off with the fingers. Come on, do it.
And any damage you cause to them, you take in healing.
So I can't do it to myself.
No.
Dimly.
Well, you'll be affected.
You will be affected.
It counteracts.
You're basically ripping the life force from your target and absorbing it.
Oh,
No,
I
I'm
could
not
do
counting
that. If I had any
Jesus' power.
spells.
No, honestly, Ross, that Dimly guy pissed you off a lot, and you see him aiming his crossbow at you. I think this is your chance to get him back. Seriously.
You know...
Okay, can I just stand there and act defiantly?
Give me a will save if you want to try to act
Well, actually, I would
defiantly.
have actually preferred to kneel down and, as the, what was it, the Japanese way of seppuku or whatever.
Let's see how well you can do it. You've already, first thing is you must pick a target for your spell. Not you.
I reckon that's dangerous target, firstly.
Was this trying for me to stand down or was...
You've got an ability that you've been tasked with using. Who is the target you're going to pick? Or are we going to randomly roll for you?
Dude, Dimly,
The dude whose
seriously.
name's a bad pun.
Now, the biggest threat to you is probably
I'll
Horori,
randomly
so...
because I don't want to use it.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously,
Yes,
Nash
give
is
me-
the one that actually...
Everyone give me a moment.
That's all right.
Grace is calling out.
Yeah. Is so with the willpower check that he's failing,
Yeah.
is his overall goal, like the urge he is getting, is it to get through that door? Because if it is, he should be directing his attack at whoever is between him and the door.
Or arguably... So, Nashru is the one that actually stabbed him.
Well, Nashru is also between him and the door.
I think Nashru's on the other side of the
No, Nashru's behind him.
It depends on what.
Nashru didn't move around.
Rory, and then Nashru overtook him. So Nashru was between him and the next door.
I said Nashru just reached him, not overtook him.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Effectively, Nashru and Harori are on opposite sides of him to get flanking.
He's actually gone 30 feet away from Harori.
Yeah, so I'm still a little bit back. Just a move
Oh, are
back.
you? Okay.
Yeah, Harori was standing in the doorway, and he walked past him.
And Rory did natural.
Okay, what were you standing in the doorway for if you weren't planning on stopping him?
He was busy using his reaction to clap,
Yes, which is a fair call.
which he called out.
I did call out, and I realise after I called it out too. Don't worry.
Okay, so because you have technically you probably would go for Nashru because the Nashru is the one who struck you just now.
Well, it's also possible. Okay, to me, if it's in that situation, then he's probably really only got Nashru and Harori as targets.
That's true.
He does have Bug and Splat in the hallway as well.
Oh, bug in the
And Ione.
And over,
Bug, Iomi, and I believe also Gimli just made it into the hallway too.
Well, on the other side of Harori.
Yes, because they went past Harori because Harori didn't move on this turn.
Yeah, he just went Super Saiyan.
Rory rolled a natural 1 on his perception, that's why I couldn't do anything else. So. I did tell Martin that. I said I've downgraded. So
that's why I gave him something different to happen while he was actually doing it.
Okay.
So he has a choice of 4 targets he can see.
Nashru's the one he poked, or poked him.
And I will say on a D8 anything other than 1, 2, and 3, and he attacks Nashru. Apparently he's attacking Nashru.
Not surprising.
So could you please give me a D20 roll, Ross, and see how well you do?
Yeah, can we... You sure there's no re-rolls?
Yes, I'm sure there's no reroll.
no rerolls tonight.
Okay, so it's a natural 20.
Okay, so
So this should have been gone on Heroic because he could have cancelled it.
No. I don't think he can stop or crits from anything other than weapons. I believe it's weapon focus.
I do have a negative energy thing, but that's still something else.
Anyway, so what's the effect?
Okay, so
Since this is my spell attack, or what?
add your spell attack bonus.
Let's see, spells. That's a 45.
So what's your armor class, Jeremy?
Armor class 29.
Okay, so it is definitely a crit with a spell effect.
A card crit.
A card crit with a spell effect.
I'm just letting you know that when this resolves, I'm going to do a reaction. So I'm just saying that before everyone starts talking and I can't be heard.
That's okay. I'm glad you speak up. It makes it easier to fit in. That's why I heard you in the background before, and that's why I took a break to make sure I heard you.
Yeah, my voice doesn't carry above lots of people. So when you guys are all talking, it's very difficult for me to be heard. So that's why I figured while there was a patch of silence, I was letting you know that I intend to react.
Okay, can you stop a crit?
No.
Okay. Okay, so as you strike Nashru, you have managed to gain some protection. Your armor class increases by 2, as do your saving throws. Ross.
Okay, so does that mean I'm now also for wisdom one as well?
All your saving throws are increased by 2,
Okay.
as well as your armor class. Because you got a protective charm as part of the spell going off.
Okay.
Does that mean he's more capable of resisting as well?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
So it gives you a better chance of getting a better saving throw.
And hopefully I didn't one-shot him.
I don't think you'll one-shot him unless I roll terribly good. So 40 damage to Jeremy Nashru, and 40 healing to Xanis. As you see the life force transfer between the two. You have one action to depart left.
I am going to try to stop myself from departing left.
I will give you another will save, but the +2 is now a -2 to your saving throw for this effect.
Does my reaction not happen now?
Oh, sorry, your reaction happens now.
Yeah. So I'm going to do anathematic reprisal because by attacking Nashru, like, effectively he's just turned on his ally.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
evil and his ally.
He has, yes.
So I can only do it when they're actively committing the unique acts of anathema.
Yep.
And it's an automatic one. It's not an attack, but he has the chance to do a basic will save to reduce the damage.
Okay, so what does he need to do?
So it's a basic will save.
Will save, so I'll roll.
Is it a will save for Xenos or a will save for Nashru?
Thanos.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 20.
20 total, including your +2.
Oh, no, 22 then.
Yeah, so that fails, because I have the DC of 29.
But it's not a critical fail, so he takes normal damage.
Yep.
The effect.
So, takes 23 mental damage, and he becomes stupefied 1 for 1 round.
That's going to screw up my will rolls.
Okay, so...
I can't use that on him. He's immune to my anathematic reprisal now for a minute.
As you see, you hit the goblin with your spell, you see whatever was the goblin go away for a while. As a more sinister sort of look appears in the face.
Now, I did have one question.
So you stupefied the goblin, so therefore the Oni can now have control.
He's not within 30 feet of me still, is
He is in 30 feet at the moment, but you
he? Not.
you haven't had the start of your round
Was
yet.
my holy light? It's more than a minute since we turned it on. When we get down the side.
Your spell seemed to only affect the goblin.
Okay, that's interesting.
Possibly the Oni got a save, did a separate save. And he saved rather than failed.
I'll do it on my turn.
Okay, so as the Oni just walks backwards through an open doorway. And you see in that room 4 people stand around it, looking in your direction, with weapons drawn, ready to attack. As the goblin calls out to you in Goblin, come and die.
So, how far do you move back? How big's the
Another
room they've gone into?
20 feet.
Okay,
Back up against another door.
okay. And who else is in the room?
You can see 4 samurai in armor.
Is he through the door yet?
He went through the door in the corridor into a room with 4 samurai,
So he's
And
in
he's
the
up
room with
again-
the 4 samurai.
and he's back up against the door on the other side of the room with the 4 samurai giving him protection.
Yeah. Quality.
Wow. Sweet.
Okay.
I really wish I still had spells.
Spells do come in handy.
Just drop some
Okay,
in
so-
that room.
It is now Nashru's go.
Surprisingly enough, I'm not particularly interested in entering a room with 5 enemy by myself. I'm going to back up on the corridor
Yep.
so I can get out of sight of them and effectively re-hide myself and allow others to act.
Okay, so you retreat about 30 feet to hide behind the others.
Okay, but basically effectively re-stealthing, and I can come in afterwards.
Okay. Then it is Iomi's go.
I'll mention to the others the fact that, yeah, he's got some backup now. There's 4 others there.
So you can easily see 2 of the samurai and the goblin who's no longer a goblin.
So are they in the doorway, through the doorway?
They are through the doorway. You have about 30 feet between, say about 20 feet between you and the door, and another 20 feet from the doorway to the other doorway.
So how big a room were they in?
It's about a 30 foot by 30 foot room, but he's standing in the square in front of the door.
Yeah. And obviously the 4 samurai are presumably somewhat evenly spaced in the room.
Well, they're basically surrounding the Oni, so they can provide protection on all sides.
Yep.
But I can still see the Oni, yeah?
You can still see the Oni.
You.
Okay, I'm going to, so he's within 120 feet of me?
He is within 120 feet of you. You can see him. You have line of sight and line of effect.
Yep. I'm going to use a focus point
Yep.
to cast Moonbeam. So it's a spell attack roll. Hit.
Yep. 32, I believe, is a hit. Ross, what is your armor class?
32 at the moment.
With the +2?
Yeah.
Yep, so 32 is your hit.
Okay. So it's 16 points of fire damage, but it also counts as silver damage for the purposes of weaknesses, resistances, and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure what his resistances were changed to.
And he also gets dazzled for a round.
Ooh, that's my range.
That's what I did. You telekinesis too.
I'll see you like casting paranoia on those sounds. But you reckon they're humans?
Well, it depends if it's been a minute or not since I cast my light or not.
Yes.
In the 30 feet of the vehicle is frightened.
Okay.
Someone attack me.
Mm.
So how much damage did you do?
Sorry, it's 16 points of fire damage, but it also counts as silver damage for like weaknesses.
And because we said you were level 6, so you should be casting level 6 spells. Did you roll 6d6?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, just making sure, just confirming.
I've got 3 2s, a 1, 4 and a 5.
That's why I was just shaking my head. I was hoping you'd gotten higher. Okay, so yes, you feel it strike the creature, but it doesn't seem to be providing any special damage to the creature.
But it does damage it?
It does damage it.
Who was the target, sorry? One of the samurai.
Oh, the actual one, the goblin.
Oh, the goblin, yeah.
But
And I'm going to use my other action to shield.
it also does burn the body. Which is less worried by. Okay. So that brings us to the next person up is Bog. What does Bog want to do?
How far am I from the samurais?
You are about 40 feet from the samurai.
What was my range? Sorry. 30 feet.
That's a question. Oh yeah, I was looking at it. Okay.
Can I move and then do a 2-part spell?
Yes.
Get closer.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, I'll do that. I don't want to move super close. Though.
How close you need to be to do your spell?
30 feet.
You can move 10 feet and then cast your spell.
Yeah. So 10 feet, and then the one that's closest to Ross, I guess.
Well, they're all surrounding him.
Yeah. Well, whichever one then. None of them have been injured or anything yet, have they? Yeah. I'm going to cast Paranoia
Mm-hmm.
on one of them, which is a will.
Will save. Making sure they don't have any specials. No, they don't. Okay, so will saving throw. What's the DC?
It's my
Spellcasting DC.
28.
28. Okay, so it doesn't seem to strike it. It critically fails.
Critical fail.
Critical fail on the spell.
Alright.
Well, critically succeed
Critical
on,
success,
says
yeah.
on
Target is
them,
unaffected. Oh, I just got the crap.
Okay. Which was a shame because it actually rolled quite well. 17 on the dice is fantastic.
That excellent.
Okay. I was actually hoping it was going to be a 1.
Yeah.
Then we have Dimly.
How far am I from the dude?
The dude, you can see you have, from where you set yourself up with a heavy crossbow, you have line of sight.
Yeah, but how far am I precisely?
You are precisely 45 feet from them after their movement.
Crap.
You set yourself up behind Iomi and Bug.
Yeah, no, I'll take the shot, but... can I shoot my crossbow at him?
You can. Ross, does your character have the ability to catch arrows?
No, but I wish I did.
28. I believe
Yes.
that's it.
Okay, you see your shot get directed into the wall behind him.
Fair enough. I would like to move 40 feet towards him.
Okay. If you do, you risk attacks of opportunity by the samurai protecting him.
Is 20 feet okay?
20 feet's okay. It puts you on the edge of them without moving through them.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. And you have one action left.
I don't believe I do, because I can move 20 per action.
You fired and you moved.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Can I throw the crossbow at him?
Yes, you can. Give me a d20 roll, add your dexterity.
You're going to hit yourself with that.
Oh, yeah, he really is. That was a natural one.
Okay, so the lights have come on to show what happens.
Red light
Yeah,
came
that was
on.
ominous.
Yeah, so that was a 2 total.
Downgraded.
Downgraded.
You've just knocked yourself out.
Can it bounce off the
So,
ground?
critical fumble. Critical fumble deck. It's a definite, it's a carded critical.
Yay!
How do I work out my spell DC?
So we've had our carded critical hit for magic. Now it's our first real big fumble for a long time.
Should be...
I always like being the first. Makes me special.
Okay, so you know how you stop the bleeding on your hand?
Yeah.
Somehow, while trying to toss the crossbow, you slice open the end of your hand. So the stumpy bit is now bleeding again.
Okay.
So you end your turn, give me a flat DC check. So D20, no bonus.
14.
14, okay, so you're currently on wounded 1, so you lose 1 point of damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, that is, it could have been a lot worse, because it would also increase your wounded condition.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not cranky about the decision, just cranky about the fact that, my fingers are bleeding.
Well, Rory, You feel yourself power up. Everything in front of you seems to slow down.
First question.
Yep.
Has it been 1 minute since I cast my holy light?
No, it's still going.
Okay. So everything in 30 feet is frightened 1.
Mm-hmm.
You can alone the frightened 1. So
Yeah, but you're not within 30 feet of them.
Not yet, I'm
Get
just
over
looking at
there
them.
and deal with them.
The other question I had...
he's just scaring the rest of the party members.
The other question I had, I've got this thing called Heavenly Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven protects you against from harm when we're on this relic. Against fiends? Is you meant fiends or Oni? There, I was trying to work out.
They are the same thing.
Okay.
All Onis are fiends.
That upgrades my armor, I assume.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I've got an armor class of 40 now.
Mm-hmm.
Against this Oni. Just this Oni. I'm not sure about the other ones yet. I don't know what they are. So. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm sorry, Ross.
No, it means I need to roll a 19 to hit you.
Okay.
Unless I cast a spell on you.
As a free action,
Just
I Samurai challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that does. So, well, I've been saving that for the whole time. So, okay. Now, he's...
You feel your challenges in 2 locations.
2 locations.
Yeah. He's in front of you and further on.
That's quite cool. Okay, all these guys in there would have... They're all samurais. They're going to have opportunities to attack, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are. I've still got see invisibility up. Are they there physically? Do I see them?
Well, see invisibility doesn't tell you if something's illusionary or not.
Okay. It just tells me if it's... I can
Just
see.
tells you if they're hidden by the affect invisibility.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Because invisible things just like to stand in the middle of the corridor and pretend they're not there.
How far away am I from the closest?
You are 30 feet away from the closest samurai.
I'd go up the closest samurai. I expect I have to use that. So,
Okay, as you move, you realize you're doing 2 steps with every step. Your speed is doubled.
is it? Oh,
He's beginning to believe.
okay, very cool.
Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah, he's taking on a Neo aspect at
yeah.
the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I just need to clear out these samurais before I can get to the guy. So, so I'll go to the first samurai.
Yep. You reach him before you even realise you're there, you're in front of him. And he's still not even seeing you.
Still not even seeing me.
Well, you're basically, everyone else is moving very slowly.
Like morphing.
So I've got haste or something.
You don't quite know yet. This is the first time you've experienced it.
Don't question it, just go with
Super
it.
Saiyan.
So it's almost like you've gone bullet time.
Okay, I suppose I'll roll then. So, because I've already had the sword out, so I'll hit the first samurai. Okie dokie. Okay, just make sure I get it all ready. Too many pages on this thing, Martin. So it's okay. Okay. Just one roll, Jim?
One roll.
36.
36. That is a critical hit.
Okay. Because the sword's, I assume, how many dice? Should I roll or not?
Yes.
Okay. Let's check.
There's a chance you won't take it out in one blow. There's a chance.
There's a chance.
There's always a chance.
Yep.
So before you double it, let me know what the number is.
It's 21, 31, 33. Do you want more deadly in that as well? Deadly doesn't get doubled.
Deadly doesn't get doubled. So what's you got? 33.
33.
So consider that 99. So it basically does the by 3 on an Oni.
Another 18. It's 117.
Okay. And you
Plus 5.
plus 5.
Yeah.
And you watch it slash right through the armor as if it's not there, cutting. And there's a big spray of blood starting to happen right beside you as the body's slowly moving apart.
I thought I did the waves of blood.
So that's one gone. So I'll go to the next one, I suppose.
Okay.
That'll be my third action then. So. Okay. 32.
32 is a critical hit.
Oh, there we go again.
Well, your sword's actually helping guide you at this stage.
You kind of gets that as much.
It's your primary target.
Yes. Maybe 23 this time.
23, so that makes it 69.
Oh, still on the dice. So. Oh, what's it there? Okay. Add another 27 to that, plus 5. So that's 32 to 60, whatever it was.
It's 101.
Yep.
Still going.
Still going.
You realise you have another action.
That'd be minus
You
10.
might actually
That'd be
stop
minus 10.
making fun of Rory after this.
That's 31.
That is another critical.
Ah, God. One is, I had a feeling one is. 15, 20, 29, 33, 99.
And he goes down.
And that was
Because
another.
that's the one you already hit. 2 blows on that one.
Nothing.
And you realise you're still going.
Another one in range?
Another one is in range.
Is it a minus 15 then?
Yes.
Eight.
28 is a hit.
Okay, normal hit. Okay. I can change the dice out. Uh, 29 magical slash of 2 plus fire.
Okay.
Plus 5, so that's 33 total, I think, yeah.
33.
Yeah.
And this one's not done yet.
It's like those magic shoes that you dance till you die.
Well, every time he crit hit, it gave him another attack.
Cool.
Put a minus.
Doesn't get rid of the minus, just gives you another attack. I didn't say it's a good thing.
This is a minus 20 right now.
Yeah. How far is Rory willing to push it?
Did you win anything on the open cup show? Have you already used up your luck for the day?
There are no rerolls.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm going to stop there, because this minus 20, that's like plus 3 to hit on top of them, yeah. So,
Okay.
while I want to do something, I thought, no. So,
You took 2 extra actions.
yes.
Okay, you heal 9 hit points as your body starts to speed up.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, is Avery back? Do we have an Avery in the house? Okay, so Avery, last round you loaded a crossbow for the handy dwarf and then followed him into a corridor. In front of you, you see Horori has done the He-Man Power of Grayskull move and powered himself up for the honor of Amiko, apparently.
Yeah.
And then has dashed forward blindingly fast. You know, for him, that's quite a statement that he seems to have taken on more of a faster movement.
Oh, and everything, the evil creatures all frightened one as well.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
It's just a shame that Amiko's not present.
Oh, she healed that, trust me. It's okay.
And you can see in front of you the goblin who's not a goblin and 1.5 samurai.
Oh.
As 2 samurai just fall to pieces behind him as he's moved. It's equivalent of the samurai running past, cutting something and still going, and then the body turning around and falling apart behind it.
Oh yes, I know those ones. Like in all the
Like Samurai
Japanese
Jack. Samurai Jack did
movies.
that. Yeah.
Literally.
That's cool. I think I could make a song out of this.
Cool, not now. Just concentrate here. Avery, concentrate, please.
So what would Avery like to do? You can see the goblin who's not a goblin and the two samurai. One of them has been quite beat up by the sword.
I think I will talk to the goblin. So that's not a goblin.
Yep.
So I'm assuming that's Xanis, isn't it?
It is Xanis. Or it is whatever's taken over Xanis, as Xanis got stupefied.
It was Dennis.
Okay. I speak to it in Goblin and say, so what's happening right now? It's looking a little bit crazy at the moment.
You hear it respond in Goblin, watching you run out of time.
So you want to keep us here as long as possible? Well, that's not very nice. I want to see my friend Terry again. Have you ever met Terry? Terry's a great friend. Everybody else seems to like him much more than they like me.
Who do we like?
Terry.
He doesn't respond.
Why aren't you talking to me? It's a great thing. I love talking. I don't know about you, but I think it's a good thing. Come and have a look at this. I think there's a great way that we can leave. If we just avoid this battle over here, and we just walk down here, let's keep walking. Just keep walking.
Moralize or a distraction action?
I'm doing a performance.
So, whatever it is,
Couldn't
take
you
you
tell?
more than 6 seconds.
So what performance action are you doing?
I am going to be doing a... Hang on a minute. I've just got to find my skills. I'm doing an impressive performance, so that he can try and follow me. It's not a deception per se, and it's definitely not intimidation. So
Give me a perform roll.
Yep. Okay, that is a 32.
Against me or something.
Okay, it just seems to look your way and doesn't seem to be impressed.
Ah, that's disappointing.
Apparently you failed.
On a 30 set, only 32. Okay.
Probably got a good will save.
We're getting end bosses now, Richard.
It is the mind of the end boss you're going up against.
Yeah.
Okay.
You remember that time that Haruo got sliced in half by a sword? This kind of end boss, yeah.
Or the one shot hit on the head.
Wouldn't you hit with the old lady?
Yeah.
Turned out to be
I
one old
remember
lady?
that.
Yeah.
That's the sort of mind you're going up against.
Okay. Oh well, since you're not really interested, I'll just keep walking,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and leave.
Okay, so you want to go the other way? There's another door behind you.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you reach that door, but you're unable to open it after spoken and performed and moved.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so it is now Xenis is stupefied.
Yeah, right one.
So let's see what you actually get. So what level stupefied did it do?
I think still one, I think still fight one.
Just stupefied one?
Yeah.
Okay, so would Xenis please give me a wisdom check with a -3 to the roll?
20.
Hopefully it's an 20.
Okay, so it's
Doesn't sound
20.
At 20? Okay, so apparently you are powering up. You grow to large size.
I've lost control of my body.
Does that provoke anything?
No.
Okay, we'll just check.
And you see the goblin body start to cover itself in plates of ice.
Ooh, that's cool.
I have the power.
No, I don't have the power.
And he raises his arm above his head and calls out, well, what would Xenos like to say as a, what does Xenos call out? What is a honourable battle cry for Xenos?
Give me the flame. He is a goblin.
I miss my
Yeah,
costume.
feel the wrath of the thunder and mountain.
Okay, you hear the feel the wrath of as a bolt of lightning seems to come from the Xenos who's not a Xenos, as you see a big halberd start to form in his hand. As you see the what appears to be one of the other family heirlooms of the Five Kingdoms, or the Five Families, appear in the Oni's hand.
Oni Rossoni.
Yes, as the Oni powers up. As you see the same sort of lightning that is around Horori go around that creature.
Battle
very
of
cool.
the artifacts.
That's very cool.
Okay. So it appears to be almost fully manifested.
But he hasn't done anything yet.
That was an action manifesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Increases armor class, increases size, increases
Very
strength.
cool. No, I was
But basically, he's gone from a small creature all the way up to a
that's cool.
large creature. So you're now looking up at the Oni.
Oh, he's going down. He's going down.
Okay. So it is now Nashru's go.
Dimley's collapse. Only a little bit of weight in front of me, is that right? After knocked himself out with his own...
But he hasn't collapsed, he's still standing. He's just bleeding.
Started bleeding.
Okay, he's not unconscious?
You just see the spurts of blood shooting out of his hand that someone had tried to heal earlier.
He's not unconscious though?
Not unconscious. He's still got 2 hit points left.
Oh, okay.
He's still standing.
I will move forward and administer first aid.
Okay, so I can go with that. Give me a first aid roll.
17 plus...
That will
19 is 36.
that will critically solve the problem.
Okay.
It's a critical success on stopping the bleeding.
Not that I think it makes much difference for critical success, but yes, that's cool.
Well, the DC was his fumble roll.
Yeah.
It was the roll that did it.
Yeah.
Always use the
Okay,
roll.
well, yes, you're no longer bleeding, and that'll be my 3 actions, I guess, because it was an action to move up to him, and then 2 more to administer first aid.
Okay. Yeah, I think first aid is a double action. Okay, Ayumi.
And
Yeah,
I'll use
yeah.
a reaction to tell Dimley, stay out of it.
Sorry guys, I just had to still just carrying hot drinks. So I can still see the Oni.
You can still see the Oni. He looks a lot bigger.
He's 120 within 120 feet.
He is within 120 feet.
I am casting Searing Light
Yep.
at level 3. So it's a ranged spell attack. That's a 32.
That's a 32. Unfortunately, it misses him due to his extra armor.
Yep.
But he does look at you in particular and seem to single you out as a valid target. Does that attack have the fire trait?
Sure thing.
Does the attack use fire?
Well, yes, but I mean,
I just need to make sure because he does have an ability that if you miss with a non-fire attack, you got to do stuff.
right,
But because you used a fire attack, he doesn't get the extra bonus against you.
right.
But I do have to check that. Okay, so Do you have any actions left, and what do you want to do?
I said I'm shielding.
Okay, you're shielding, and then it is Bog. You see the flame go forward, and then just miss.
Okay. And how many? Were there any samurai left?
There are
Did
one
you
and a half.
Annihilate them 1.5.
Now, the other question I was going to ask, are the samurais in front of me to get to him?
They are either side of him.
Okay, cool, sorry.
I
You're based-
can't attempt that spell again on another turn, can I? That uses that spell, doesn't it?
In Pathfinder, I believe it does.
You successfully cast the spell, yeah.
And,
Well, I did successfully cast it. I missed.
You successfully cast it, but you missed.
Right, okay. I see what you mean. Thank you.
what is Bog doing?
Oh, does not have a lot left.
No one does. Which is why this guy didn't start up powered up.
Yeah.
It's alright, Hori can handle it.
Okay. All I've got left is like telekinetic projectile and intimidation.
Well, telekinetic projectile is pretty effective.
Yeah, alright. I'll throw
And
a
the
rock
point
at
is,
him.
if you don't think you can hit him, you can still take out the
samurai.
protection of the samurai
Yeah.
on the side.
Do you want to go for him or the samurai?
Yeah, I'll go for samurai.
Okay, give me an attack roll with your telekinetic projectile. Spell attack it. I
Is that
believe.
just D20?
It's a d20 plus your spell attack. Am I correct on that one? Yep.
Plus 9 plus 18.
27.
27, you hit the magic number.
Sick.
And because it's heightened, so I guess... It's heightened because it's someone that's heightened space.
You don't have the card.
What is it? Occult spells. Level cantrip, is it? Or?
A telekinetic projectile
Yeah,
is
it's
a
a cantrip.
cantrip.
Why she's still got it available.
I know, I'm just trying to find out where to put it. That's...
It's okay. Oh. Spells.
Yeah.
What do you need to know?
Kinetic projectile.
Telekinetic
is
projectile.
1d6 for every level, so you're doing 66 damage.
Yep.
Do I need to roll? Roll that, or I just get to roll the d6?
You did the roll, which was the
Oh, that was the
spell attack.
Okay,
So
so
66
66 damage. And it's the normal
I'll just
damage.
roll 1 6 times.
And it's 66 bludgeoning, piercing or slashing. Bludgeoning because you throw a rock.
Yeah. Alright. 3.
And then you add your spellcasting
6.
ability modifier on the end of it.
So 3, 6, 2, 2, 5. So 1 more?
Yep, one more.
Yeah. So 66
3.
And 21 plus your spell, your charisma modifier.
Charisma. Plus 4.
So 25.
Yep. So you see the rock fly off and strike into one of them, taking him out.
Cool.
And that's a 2-action thing. That leaves you with 1 action.
You just go. Your finger or something.
The other one, I'll intimidate and glare the other one.
Okay. Give me an intimidating glare roll. I believe that's versus his fort defense. Is that
So it's
correct?
plus my intimidation,
Yeah.
27.
27, and this is
I
fort
rolled
defense.
bad.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so he just doesn't seem phased by it.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Shit.
orcs, not particularly tattooed up enough, doesn't worry him.
I only rolled a 6.
Okay, so Dimly, do you have any spells at your disposal?
No, how far is he from me?
40 feet. No, 20 feet. 20 feet to the last samurai and the big oni.
Alright, so the big Oni, I'd like a bit of cinematic music.
Benny
I'd
Hill?
like a bit of, I think it's Cindy Lauper.
It's probably
It's,
appropriate.
no, it's Cher, isn't it? I would like to crash tackle that sumbitch and trip him.
Okay, just to get us into the mood.
It's back, turn back time. It's back,
Okay, so
away.
as you rush forward, you provoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
I have absolutely nothing on my side. Let's do it.
Okay, so the samurai takes the first attack of opportunity.
Yep.
You see the dice?
No. Okay,
flashing.
well, yeah, that's it. So
Flashing.
that's fine.
Okay, so it's been nice knowing our dwarf, because
Yeah.
that was a card crit, because it was a 41.
Yeah.
He's alright. He might only do 1 point of damage.
Koi.
I have 2 left, I'm fine.
Exactly, you might only do 1 with these times 3 damage.
When the DM laughs, that's a worrying bit.
Look at the slashing.
Hey, come on, at least I tried.
That's who told you to stay out of it.
Can I read this one out for everyone? For slashing damage. Missing
Alright,
digits.
Captation?
Normal damage, crit effect. The target loses 1d4 fingers on one hand and becomes clumsy for clumsy one until subject gets a regeneration spell. So you lose your other fingers on your other hand, I think. So.
Oh, only you might only one of them.
That's nicely done, that.
Oh god, I've just...
That's amazing.
Apparently one finger on the other hand goes. You got lucky.
How many hit points do I lose?
Oh, so it's just the normal crit instead of extra crits, which is good.
So it's down.
I'm just gonna, because there is a, if he does so much, it's a critical hit, so you're dying too.
Yeah.
He was already wounded, wasn't he?
No,
Yes, I was.
You hadn't been knocked out though.
you haven't been knocked out yet. No.
Oh, okay.
And people had done the treat injury since you were last wounded.
Yep.
You may have,
You're fine.
so you're undying too.
So that's
Except, of
going to
course,
leave a nasty stump.
except of course, the Oni now has his action.
Oh, that's the one that worries me.
Ouch.
So could you please roll a, oh sorry, you had the bleed stop.
Yep.
Which is good.
So what happened about the other palm? Do I have bleeding on the other ones now?
Well, I'm going to say that there is bleed there, so give me a, I'll just make a bleed one. Give me a D20 roll.
16.
Which means it doesn't actually bleed on you that round. It cauterizes.
Yay!
You gotta look from Horori going, what the fuck? And it's like, okay.
Okay, so,
That's the first attack. Okay.
okay, so that is Dimly. Horori.
You got 2.
No,
The other one you can't
Dimly got taken out by
Before the second one, you got 10.
the other one didn't act.
I just
He's still got a reaction in reserve.
So the big boss to
The big boss left his reaction in reserve.
Okay. Dimly, leave this to me. I told you that last time. And then I go for the other samurai, last samurai.
I don't think he's listening now. Or at least, well, he's probably listening just as well. Because
You do realise if you don't take the samurai out, it's probably going to go for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, 30.
30 is a hit, not a crit.
Okay.
That's the 10:30 warning.
Yep. Okay. Once per battle,
Yep.
I'm gonna make that crit.
You're going to make it a crit?
Yep.
It is a crit.
Oh shit. 19, 21, 36 by 3. It's 108.
And with your crit, he just goes down with your strike,
Okay.
leaving you still 3 more attack actions.
I look at Xanis going.
So currently Zenish yet.
I know. I'll just go attack it because that's. I sense.
that was the other samurai he took out, wasn't it?
Yeah, he took down the last samurai.
And I go for Xanis then. So
Do you get penalised if you attack your non?
no, if he attacks somebody else, he gets penalised. He gets disadvantage. But I don't get a disadvantage to attack somebody else. Yeah. So I did read up on that just in case. So. Okie dokie. That's 36.
36 is a hit, not a crit.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. 24... 30 points of dashing, slashing damage, 1 point of fire. Magical is not it.
Just to make it better. And how much did you do?
30.
30.
Oh, he's gone up, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Sugar.
Big old goblin.
Oh, hang on.
I really wish he was still wearing that costume as a giant goblin.
Can you add 7 to that as well? I've got the extra dice for this challenge, so my apologies.
Okay, you've still got 2 attacks to go.
It's minus 10, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotta go.
Remember, he's got decent armor class now.
I know, fully aware of that. $34.
34. You miss.
Yes. And I go. Okay. I'm minus 15 next round. It's like, I'm not going to have a chance to hit another natural 20. So, okay. Can I move 5 foot around you or not? You can say,
You could move 5 foot to stand over Dimly. So it can't attack Dimly.
I'm happy to do that, yeah.
Okay,
So
you're
it's
standing
been
over
like
Dimly.
laying at its feet, effectively.
Well, Dimly rushed to try to tackle him.
Tackle it, yeah.
Okay. So, which means now if someone was to, say, stabilize Dimly with any sort of roll, they don't provoke attacks of opportunities.
There you go, job for you, Jeremy.
Okay, so it is Avery's go. Avery, you've reached the door. Would you like to open it?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay, opening the door.
Yeah, let's bring the rest of the monsters in this.
Before you see long shelf filled with books, scrolls, and a score of carved figures scaling down from the walls and the ceiling. And each of which has been defaced, but clearly recognizable as Oni.
Was that a score of carved figures?
A room full of scrolls and books.
Yeah.
With a score of carved figures on the top of the bookshelves on the roof, staring down at you.
Okay, so yeah, so not enemy apparently,
Just statues.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would hope so. What else is there? Is there like cover here?
No, it is all the walls are covered in bookshelves besides the door.
Okay. Is there dust on the books?
There is dust everywhere here. It doesn't look like this is a place people have gone for a long time.
Okay. Well, this seems like a nice place. I will... Is there a way of, like, detecting magic and stuff like that in Pathfinder 2?
There is. You have the spell Detect Magic.
Yeah, probably not. I don't have the spell Detect Magic.
So I'm going to have to say that yes, there is, but no, you're not using it.
Okay, what about just an occultism roll? What's that going to tell me?
Give me an occultism roll.
That's a 27.
So looking around the room, just on the titles you see around the room, this is almost what you consider your life goal in lore standing around you.
Ooh. Shiny.
Oh no,
okay.
very dusty.
Yeah, it's very dusty. I'm going to...
And you also realize it's also very fragile, and unless handled correctly, you can destroy it by just touching it.
Yep. So I'm just going to go along and look at the different books, and try and identify a book that may be of interest to, I don't know, to me, about Terry and summoning and things like that.
Well, what you see here appears to be the collective history of the Kami and Oni of this region.
Oh.
So it is about spirits, and it is about, and you could potentially infuse Terry with the knowledge of Oni and Kami, depending on your bend.
Yeah, that's true. So
because he is considered similar to them in where he comes from.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to sort of close the door and sit down.
Okay. You're protecting the law.
Yep.
You sit down inside the room or outside the room?
Inside the room with all the books.
Okay. Xanas is now up. Okay, so you actually get a chance to use the full powers of a Kami now, of an Oni, I mean, and
Lucky.
and you get to do a double attack using the it is a Nagata, is actually,
Okay,
which is very much like a long polearm.
Yep.
It's the long-bladed katana.
Yep.
Well, the long-handled katana.
Yep.
Because the hilt is actually a staff.
Yep.
And so, could you please give me a attack roll? Well, 2 attack rolls, and you get to add 27 to the attack rolls.
Well, Mark, I hope I used the actual 20 for you.
Okay, that's a 32.
Miss on a 40 on it. So.
He missed. What's the second one?
Okay, that's a, was it plus 27? That's a 41.
41. Okay, so he hits.
He hits, definitely hits.
So was that a flurry?
That was a flurry.
So I can't use my normal flurry?
That was better than your normal flurry.
You're using your best attack.
Okay, so
Actually, my best attack would be using my key powers on him.
well,
You're an Oni, not a monk.
Yeah.
it's a bit of a mix of the two, actually. So you get to add 48
Sounds about right.
Okay, so 4d8.
plus 16.
Yep. That is a crap roll.
I have bad with that. I don't mind with that.
Okay, so was it plus 16?
Yep.
That's a 21.
So it's 21 slashing damage plus 2d6 cold.
One.
Yeah,
I rolled 3 ones and a 2.
And plus 2d6 cold.
I've got a cold resistance of 10.
I know I had that in mind when I was doing this.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
It does 8, but he's got a cold resistance of 10, so it bounces, doesn't it?
It doesn't bounce, it just doesn't go through.
Yeah, exactly. It's not effect.
No, I don't actually.
And give me a roll with disadvantage as you make a ranged attack against Ayumi.
Would that provoke?
I believe so.
Okay, that is a 23. No, wait a second, plus 20, it was plus 27 or plus something?
Plus 25.
Plus 25, that's a 31.
Yeah, that is.
Is it a critical hit?
What's the number again?
31.
But I said
Sorry.
minus 5 for the no, minus 10 for the other.
Alright.
Minus
Sorry.
10 for the other attacks.
Okay, so that drops it down to 21.
Oh, that's a man.
Okay, so an icy missile shatters on your shield that you raised.
Can I roll to see if I can take control of my body?
You will at the end of the round.
Yep.
You critically failed the last round.
30.
Oh, that's because I got hit with stupefied.
You got a 30?
Yeah.
Okay. And last action.
Can I? How much damage have I suffered?
You're not very damaged at the moment. Looking at the picture.
Not much.
Yeah. Can I suck the life essence out of my bodyguard?
There is no life essence in your bodyguard.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
But you can potentially suck it out of someone else.
And you don't have access to that one at the moment.
Oh, well, no, you can't then.
Okay,
This goes for another... What is it? 9 rounds or so.
as your last action, you open the door behind you. Well, actually, you shatter the door behind you.
So is that where the pesky halfling is?
No, he went the other way.
He's down the corridor somewhere away.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so...
And I'm not a pesky halfling. I'm a friendly halfling.
Currently not very helpful.
And I'm going to ask Dimly to make his roll now.
17.
Okay, so you're now dying 1.
Thank you.
Okay. Now Shrew.
So how far away am I from the combat, having been back a bit?
Dimly is 5 feet in front of you on the ground. His finger is 5 feet behind you.
What about the other fingers? So we left them behind.
Is it dimly right next to the right next to Rory and the Oni?
He is.
I thought I was back some. Healed dimly up and then he ran forward. So
He had moved up to throw his crossbow at them.
oh, okay.
And
I
then
honestly feel like I'm the last thing to worry about right now.
Well, because so I thought I was aiming to be back, so therefore I would be out of sight to be so I could stealth into the room. But apparently I'm a bit too close for that, am I?
unfortunately, you had to
have vision to ignore the dwarf bleeding out.
leave stealth to bandaging him up last time.
Right.
Oh, yep.
Because I thought he was further back when I went to bandage him.
No, he was right at the front.
Jeez.
He doesn't listen.
Apparently not. Can I potentially manoeuvre so I'm in the doorway behind the Oni?
Not without provoking it. You do know this one is a fighter sort who seems to have area effects.
Yeah, it's more the like. Does Pathfinder 2 have the sort of the acrobatics type stuff to tumble past AOs and stuff?
I don't believe, unless you got something specific that says you can. I don't believe there is.
Right, it's not a standing skill roll anymore. Okay.
No, because not everyone has it.
Yep, fair enough.
It's probably about the 3rd or 4th time the campaign that you come across a boss who has it.
Yeah. Just having a quick look down to see whether I do have the things that the don't get reactions from. And the only one is that I can stand up with actually good reactions. Flat-footed. No, okay. Can I see into the room that behind the Oni that he's opened the door to?
There is flashing light, like electricity arcing through that room. It seems to be whatever is the power behind this place is in that room.
Okay, I will. And I won't be able to move to a spot to be, so the Oni's being flanked by me and me and Hori, will I? Because who always in front of him.
Yeah, I have to sit. I'm on top of
He's protecting Dimly.
Protecting Dimly.
Yeah.
You can reach Dimly and deal with him without provoking.
Yeah.
But only because Aurora's providing protection.
Well, not many other things I can do at this stage then. So I'll go up and stab the dwarf to stop him getting up again so he doesn't get back into combat. Yeah, move forward and what is it, first aid again on the dwarf.
Okay. It's actually, you need to do a stabilize roll. So that's first aid, yes.
Yeah, that's first aid, that's I thought, yeah.
And I believe stabilize is, what's the DC to stabilize?
DC is equal to 5 plus the creature's recovery roll DC. Typically 15 plus its dying value.
So 16.
And I rolled a 3.
So that's a success?
Medicine is 19, so 22.
Okay, you have stabilized him.
And I will tell him again, don't move!
No, he's not awake because he's still unconscious.
I know. I'm thinking he might listen this time.
I'll dream message him.
Okay. And now it is Iomi's go. Unless you want to do one action to move to him, one action to stabilize him. It's 2 actions to stabilize him. So then it's Iomi's turn.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, no, that was me, yeah. I was thinking, hang on, what are you saying, Iomi's trying to stabilise?
I didn't hear that, definitely.
So Oni is still within sight and within 120 feet.
It is, yes.
I will do Moonbeam again. So he gets a... Oh no, it's a spell attack roll. Yeah, this isn't going to be much better than last time. 34.
34, that's a hit now.
Oh. Wait.
33 is open.
The effect wore off. I gave him the extra +2.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, roll damage.
Yep. See if I can do better than last time.
Well, look at it this way, you can add 15 to the roll.
Why?
Because it's his weakness. Once you put the ice armor up, he gained weakness to fire.
Ah, okay.
Which is why he was targeting you specifically.
I'm adding 15.
You're adding 15 to the damage after you roll it.
That's 41.
To his belly.
And he also is dazzled for a round.
Is what for us?
Cool. Does that mean I can try to break?
Don't think it makes much difference to his mental capability, he's just blinded type of thing.
It just means that he's got like bright light in his vision, so
Yeah, everyone gets concealment.
Deal.
I think that's the other act or something.
So he's staggered?
No, dazzled.
Dazzled.
So, eyes were overstimulated, your vision's only precise, if vision is your only precise set, all creatures and objects are concealed from you.
Okay, so... And you have 1 action left to shield?
Yeah.
Okay, Bogey's up.
Throw a rock at the bastard.
Okay. Telekinetic projectile it is.
rolled a 2. Plus spell attack, yeah?
Yeah.
20.
20. That is a crit fail. Okay, it bounces badly. You basically managed to hit yourself.
Yeah.
Roll some damage.
Yeah.
See if that'll hit the dwarf.
6d6.
66.
Let's do a d6 again.
So while Bug is rolling her damage, what would Harori, who's up next,
8.
like to do?
I see Annie getting hit. I see all these people go, no! And I'll probably go for swing. So. Which is all I can really do at the moment. So.
24.
24, and did you add the 4?
No.
Okay, so 28.
8.
Managed to hit yourself with 28 damage.
So
Apparently you need Splat to
would
hand you
be
the
so
rock.
disappointed. And that's it, because I critically failed. I don't get my other one.
You have one action left.
Yeah.
What did you want to do on that action?
Just intimidating glare. It's all I've
Give
got
me the
left.
intimidating glare. See if he's intimidated.
31.
Oh, just by a little bit again. It's like you're getting closer.
I keep rolling shit.
He keeps giving you thumbs up to your intimidation.
Yeah.
He likes it.
This is rude.
He likes your come on.
Yeah.
Give me Harori's attack.
42.
42. Just on a crit for you.
Just in a crit?
That was the crit number.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
With the sword bonus. Without the sword bonus, you didn't. The extra sword bonus, you didn't hit.
Yeah.
You didn't crit.
Because I actually extra damage dice because of the challenge, so. Really cool.
And the crit part is multiplied by 3 still.
By 3 is 102 plus 122 damage.
Gonna say that'll have an impact.
I'm still swinging.
Finish him!
Did you include the plus 15 fire? For your fire damage?
I clicked the plus D10, but not the plus 15. No.
It'd be vulnerable.
Yes, vulnerable with fire.
That's a little ear flick at the end.
Well, I'd have to roll that other one then. Zero?
No, we're still going.
No.
Okay.
It's a tough thing.
Tough post. That's a different hit. 19. 38.
38. Okay. With your 38, that makes it a hit.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. That's cool. So.
Seems unlikely to have much more left.
Well, give me a sec. I now have to look up what is the insta kill on killing someone.
Yeah.
While he figures out the damage. Because that is important right now. $4.59. So how much did you get?
48. So that'd be 47.
What's the goblin's normal maximum hit points?
I've also got the tough thing or whatever.
Yeah, so what's your maximum hit points?
I don't think it's going to reach it.
No.
Not when he took 115 without actually going down.
Oh no, it'd be the goblin's normal maximum hit points is what I'm
Oh,
asking.
okay, not the only.
Well, my normal maximum.
Yes, what I'm asking, yes.
That was, I think, 140 something.
Not near it. You have to double it to do it.
153.
You have to double it to actually take someone out with massive damage.
No, that's fair.
Okay, so yes, you see a look of pleasure on the face as you strike down the Oni. As you watch it shrink down to just your goblet, to the goblin falling under your blade.
Is he below me?
The goblin's below you.
Are we out of combat or not?
He can still strike again if you
He's
want.
not moving anymore.
So the Oni's out of him, but he's still there. Do I?
He's scared.
Maybe.
You don't sense the presence of an Oni nearby.
So I don't within him. So
You don't sense the presence of an Oni nearby.
So
You can sense the whole room next door.
okay, but nothing else. I can't
Can
sense any.
sense what in the room next door?
You can sense the whole room next door with his
right. Yeah.
within range.
I got 60 feet, kind of like
Yeah.
ding 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 kind of thing. So no.
So at one stage he felt 2. Now he felt none.
So if I'm confident that the Oni's not in him, I'm going to use my last healing potion to save the goblin. Okay, I don't know about this, so I'm going, oh no.
What are you doing?
Okay, I'll save goblin, yeah. I'll put the last healing potion down his throat. That's alright. I'm just thinking out.
You use the last healing potion on him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that
roll a
poison,
d8.
I hope?
That's alright, I was just thinking of something else that's on my head, that's all.
Coming from Nashru.
6 points of healing.
Okay.
And he grows again.
And as soon as he gets healed, do I still feel the sense gone? Well, I have to make sure there's nothing still there, so...
Okay, as the healing pours into it, you feel the sense of an Oni return.
Really?
But only one this time.
But not right in front of me.
Just right in front of you.
Just right
The other one's gone. You released it.
That's why I was
Possessed by
smiling.
2 Oni? So
Only you.
So I relay this to the party saying, I still sense a Oni within.
Well, that's because you healed him.
Hey!
Okay, now
Maybe
going
this
back
one's a
into
nice
Avery, you're sitting there amongst the books, waiting.
Yep, up to you, Avery. I'm just dice, and I didn't know if it was cool or not, so I did the
I
right
stick,
front.
I stick my head out and I go, okay, what can I do here? Do I see, so there are dead samurai on the ground. There's...
So about 70 to 80 feet from you are a dead samurai on the ground. There is a dwarf missing many digits. Apparently he was going for how many fingers he can lose in one game session. And all he can hold up is 4.
I can't really do very much at all because I can't heal anybody. I don't have that skill.
You can read a book.
Yeah. I'm just very concerned about handling them and watching them disintegrate in my hands. So I'm trying to work out how best I can pick a book up then.
Possibly not in the heat of combat might be a start.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. Maybe if I can... No, shut the door.
Okay, you shut the door again. Nope, not ready yet. Okay, so, Xenis.
Yeah.
You feel your body start to heal with the assistance you've been given.
Yep.
As you grow back to your large size,
Okay.
your skin are more up again.
I'll wait for him to provoke, that's all I'm saying.
But you no longer have the
Weapon.
Nagata.
Doesn't Nashru act before...
is he still stupefied? Does he have?
Well,
better
this was
wisdom
still
now?
this is basically continuing the rounds from what Harori did.
Yep.
He had an action left to do the potion, which he did.
Oh, okay.
Still, he never left combat.
No.
Yep, no, that's happy with that.
And it is now You have one action left if you'd like to take it. You now realise you are all that's left between them and escaping. But if they do so, that's you either completing one destiny.
Okay. Grab the.
You no longer feel compelled.
Okay. Cool.
But if you reach the throne in the other room, they will never make it out.
Yep. Grab the samurai sword, or plunge onto the samurai sword, and tell the mistress I'll see her soon.
So my sword's still out.
It's so beautiful.
So
Okay, so in front of you, there's an explosion of ice everywhere.
oh.
Do we take damage?
Yes, everyone takes damage.
Oh, what? Well, walk down again.
Including me, even though I'm hiding
Not
behind
so
the
far
door.
away.
I think
You don't take it, but everyone in the area takes 12 points of piercing damage as ice shards fly everywhere.
yeah, okay.
Do we get a reflex to avoid it all?
Well, you sort of have to expect it. You didn't really expect this big thing to jump onto a sword.
I was expecting him to move and I'll slash him.
So that puts the dwarf on dying 3.
Yes, no, dying 2 because it wasn't a critical hit.
That's right, yeah.
Area effects I normally do as a standard hit. A directed hit would be a critical
one.
one.
Down one so far, that's got so yes.
And Dimbly's down to dying dying 2. Okay, so now we're down to
Back up the top.
So what happens to Zanos?
there is nothing left.
forward.
He has completely disappeared.
He committed, was it the
Seppuku.
samurai sacrifice?
Nashru is now up. You can see Dimly bleeding out at your feet again.
This is your fault, Rory.
Do I have a reaction?
You can use your reaction.
No, I want him to do his thing first, then I'll use my reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying hard to not cure the dwarf.
Oh, I actually was going to say the soft passion for him, but I thought...
You stabilize him. What did you get?
I just, what was it? Medicine? Yeah. Tried hard not to, but I still got 21 on the medicine.
So he's now on wounded 2.
It's by plus
Natural's
19.
within 5 feet of me, is he?
Yes, he is.
I look at him after I thought, no, I'll let him stabilise Dimly first, and slap him across the back of the head. I said, "Oi!" I said, "How do I know he was going to come back?" Well, I didn't know that.
He was evil!
He wasn't evil when he was...
He's a nice
A
boy.
reasonable conclusion to make, Rory.
You are now out of
He's a
combat.
goblin.
I can't...
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Not all things are evil, guys. You didn't detect... Oh,
As around you feel the room start to warm up.
Is this the
I'm
fire
gonna
with
yell
it
out,
upstairs finally making its
Boy,
way down?
Avery, where'd you go?
Hey, where did Avery go?
I open the door and I say, "Oh, is it finished? Let's go."
This kid.
And you see as you turn around, you see that there is Splat standing next to Bug,
Hey!
giving Bug a hug, and
Hey.
behind Splat is Terry.
Yay,
Yes.
Not my
Terry!
fault.
Any Bruce there?
Oh no,
No Bruce.
they're not. They can't
Bruce isn't magic
teleport.
I give,
Oh, that's right,
I,
that's
gi-
right.
I give
Okay.
Terry a high five.
Have any of the Kami come down too?
And yes, there are Kami nearby. That's the warmth you're feeling.
Is the Kami that was looking for his bonsai there?
He is.
Is Sirius Rex there?
I will return the bonsai.
He thanks you and he offers you a boon if you're willing to take the bonsai with you. He will help you each month.
Is Miaro there?
She can't move.
She's not an Oni, she's not a Kami, she can actually materialise.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will be honoured to look after your tree.
So basically, he will double the healing of anyone who rests next to his tree during a long rest.
Ooh, that's good.
But he weighs he weighs 1 bulk.
Okay.
I'm going to go and look at the room with all the scrolls and stuff and do detect magic.
The tree weighs 1 bulk, or
The tree weighs 1 bulk as he joins in with his tree.
oh, okay, right.
I want to go look at the room with Naomi too, because I can read magic.
Can I talk to Splat while Bugs went off to read the room?
You can.
Okay, so I'll go talk to Splat.
And your sword says, "Finally."
Okay.
By the way, I like the touch of for the honor of Amico.
You like that one? I thought it was good. Yeah. And I'll have a quick conversation with Splat, how I did the Splat roll and all that kind of stuff, and just talk about a few things and how that the armor started talking down, and was that him and all that, and I'm just having a chat with Splat about a few things about this armor, how it all works, kind of thing. So.
Apparently, Splat tells you needed a poke in the right direction.
Terry tells Harori that Bruce doesn't miss him.
Splat glares at Terry.
Yeah, Splat would get it.
Terry gets to make a will saving throw.
Yes.
I've got to find what Terry's stats are. I don't think I upgraded him because he was so.
He was out of service for so long.
He caught your final breath because no one stabilised him?
No, he was stabilised by Nashru.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I slap it in the back of the head for it.
That's why we left combat round by round.
Alright, thank you.
Nashru's going to search the bodies of the samurai. Because the Oni disappeared, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
Terry
and also have a look in the room that the Oni was headed towards.
Okay, so to cut short of what's going to happen here, the Kami are each going to give each of you an award as thanks.
Yep.
They're also going to heal you all.
Oh, thank you.
And then point you in the right direction to where you want to go with a guide.
Cool. Do I have all my spells back?
You will in the morning.
Alright, sick. I can finally learn what my new spells do.
And you will also be level 13.
Oh shit.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Terry got a natural 20.
Okay.
On his lying roll?
On his willpower roll.
On his willpower roll, okay.
For being a jerk.
No, because Bruce and Splat are friends. That doesn't work that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I go up to Terry and slap Terry. Saying,
Slap Terry.
no, because Bruce wouldn't say that. Bruce is a nice horse, and Bruce and I have been having conversations recently how that you need to respect Bruce more often. And then I walk away.
And Terry says, "But you left him. He felt rejected. You walked away and left him."
Smart enough to know that's
even Horori knows that's bullshit. So it was like, because Horori knows he was with Splat. He would have had friends up there. It's okay.
And one of the Kami turned to him and say, "Oh, don't worry, Amika was feeding him apples."
Oh. Okay. Cute. Okay.
So was there any magical stuff in that room?
There will be, but I will detail it for next session.
Yeah. All good?
Because there's a lot of stuff for me to go through.
Yep.
Yeah, you also need to remember to pick up the dancing wasp thing.
Dancing wasp?
The weapon that the other monk had left behind.
Well, yeah, we'll probably pick that up for you, and I'll make sure hang on to it just in case. So.
And you said we were level 13, Martin, is that right?
And you'll be level 13.
Well, okay. I'll have to change it because I need myself a level 11.
And Ross, you'll need to sort out a character by next Tuesday for this game.
So did we skip an entire level? We
well,
went from level
technically we went to level 12, but because we never got to rest, we never actually got to take the abilities of level 12.
Yeah, so we were level 12, but we couldn't use level 12 in the actual place because we hadn't rested and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, you didn't get the full benefits of gaining the level.
Okay.
I feel like Avery should write a song about the noble goblin throwing himself on the blade.
What?
About the goblin.
Yeah, the noble Ross. Yeah, Ross's character. You got to do a song about Ross's character.
Zenith.
Yeah, I can do a song.
After Rory thought he was all good.
Yeah.
So amusingly, come morning, none of you will remember his name.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen End of Days, I'm with you.
Part of the curse of how he died is he no longer exists.
Oh, that's very cool.
Your blade is rather damaging on Oni.
I'm assuming I'm getting some pointers from that. Is my helm still on over there? No, it's upstairs still.
Well, your helm will be down soon.
Okay, I thought it would be. There goes my quiet days again. I've got my 2 talking items again.
Well, you had about 20 sessions of quiet.
Yeah, I was feeling so motivated myself since that, and now it's like...
20 sessions of quiet and about 24 hours.
I've just non-stop talking.
So you're basically gone for 24 hours, no sleep, rest, and now you basically have the sound come in just in time for you to try to sleep.
I can get rid of my fatigue 3 now.
They've got stuff to say.
Because I would have been plus 30 by the time I attacked that guy if I didn't have my fatigue and everything. It's like, I'm going, no, I need a little bit more. Like
Well, the idea was it was supposed to be painful.
No, it wasn't. That's a fair call. I was like, I'm sitting there going, I'm looking at all the characters right there now. We did very well to get through that. But, yeah.
Hey, there was a chance that they would have TPK'd you.
And they would have, yeah, because all they had to do, if I got down, it was been, yeah.
And I thought I'd make the one more useful.
Yeah. Makes sense then. So, I just love how Abe says, no, it doesn't matter, I'm going off to the boom. Yeah. That's all good.
I need to go, guys, but thank you for the game.
No,
Thank you very
Grace.
much for playing. And your character did make a big difference there.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And
Bye.
Dimly definitely made it an interesting game. Don't worry, when he wakes up, he will have fingers back.
Thank you.
They may not look like normal fingers, but they'll be back.
Tentacles.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Naka.
Right.
Twigs on the end of his arm.
Well, hey, there are creatures of nature giving him back his fingers. Imagine what they'll give him.
That's right, as I said.
Maybe he's got little baby Groot.
Hey, I could play Alicia.
Anyway, that's the...
Well, they are about to head into an area where a leashy would not help them.
Yeah.
That's all.
It is a plant creature. Looks like a plant.
Yeah, it's a
Like a bacon.
cleric Lishi that happens to be a bonzo.
We have one in tomorrow's.
They have a kami with them, which is completely different to a leashi.
Yeah.
So it needs to be appropriate to the cultural
Yeah,
setting.
okay.
Okay, so I will call it a night here, guys,
Yep.
Thank you very much.
and
Thanks, everyone.
I will try to get it done as soon as possible for you.
No problem, but we'll see you tomorrow night and or next week or the week after.
Yeah.
All good. I look forward to it.
Right. Night,
Right.
everyone.
No,
Okay, good night.
Catch you later.
Okay. And stop.